Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Omoyo's Corner. Thank you all so much for joining me once again. I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't take it for granted. To all my returning subscribers, I want to say thank you. To my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining this family. I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope your weekend has been restful. I hope you've been finding peace, whatever you are, whatever you're doing. So um, today is our village meeting, and I don't intend to stay here for very long. For village meeting, I actually struggled. I was going back and forth. I wasn't sure whether to move forward with this village meeting or not. Back and forth. I was like, hey, I haven't done village meeting, but anyway, here we are. How you guys doing? How's everything going on? How's everything going with you guys? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. So, today we have a couple of, village things, village square meeting to address. Everybody that was assigned to clean the community, you guys have to come and talk about your everything village. So this is where we bring our table, our issues from the week, and talk about it as a community and see how well we can improve on our community. Somebody sent me an email. It's a YouTube link actually that I also want us to address as well. OJ Moore sent me an email with a YouTube link. I watched it and I want us to talk about it. So I'll wait for people to come in, and if you're hearing me, please let me know. My audio can be funny sometimes, but we'll make this. How is your weekend going, people? How are you all doing? I hope you're doing wonderful, wonderful. I hope your family is blessed and healthy. It's cold now. What are you guys doing about the cold? Are you wrapping yourself up like a burrito? Because me, I sure am. Even though sometimes the sun comes here, my neck of the woods, but generally, you know. But in any case, um, like I said, I don't want to be on here for very long. I just wanted to quickly address this video that I wanted to talk about. Okay. I had to learn this. I cannot correct my husband. I believe that it is my responsibility to have the confidence to give him my perspective. Then we can talk about it and he can self correct. I love him so much and I desire to honor and respect him. And I'm married him, so I would assume that he wants me to feel the same exact way. To take my perspective into high consideration with his actions. But I married a grown man. I'm not going to be disrespectful talking like a child. This is what? You guys hear? Did you guys hear the video? Hi, happy Sunday, Oluwale. Welcome. Did you guys hear the video? Let me play it one more time for those that did not hear. So doesn't know about this? Oh, I had to learn this. I do not correct my husband. I believe that it is my responsibility to have the confidence to give him my perspective. Then we can talk about it and he can self-correct. I love him so much and I desire to honor and respect him. And I'm married to him, so I would assume that he wants me to feel the same exact way. To take my perspective into high consideration with his actions. But I married a grown man. I'm not going to be disrespectful and talk to him like a child. This is classic. Okay. Hey, Obiajulu. Oh my God, Obiajulu, oh, you don't tell. Hey, where have you been? My village sister, where have you been? Or did you change your avatar on your YouTube thing? Because I swear I haven't seen you in a very, very long time. And I've had you on my mind. But there's another Obiajulu, I can't say whether na you or no con know. How now? It's so good to see you here. Wow. I hope you're well and everything is good with you. Abeg call in oh. Shey the link dey there, right? They show. Call in, abeg. Yes, absolutely. The link dey up there. You dey see am? I don already share the link for there for the top. E don tey. I come dey say, where Uju? Where Uju? Make I share am again just in case, but I be share am for the comment section. Somebody share that video with me, oh. And I said, okay, the person she said she wanted to hear my take and she wanted us to discuss it. I said, okay, now we can't discuss. Obiajulu, how now? How have you been? Oh my God. Can you hear me? You're on mute.
Hi.
Hi. Long time.
Don't say, no vex.
E don't tell. I say, e get another Obiajulu. I say,
Obiajulu K.
No, not be Obiajulu K. Obiajulu K, I know say na K because I divide them from my head. But you and I can't see another Obiajulu, whether na O or something. I can't see whether na you. But it changed.
Obiajulu on me, but I don't know if another person did.
Be like another person did. But I not come. But I know. I also know say other people get O too. We miss you too. Are you kidding me?
Might tell you So, all the while I was in school, I was doing my master's.
Okay.
So it now became time for like project. Like I've just been going through
Swamped.
Yeah. But finally result all come out. Your girl made a distinction. So
champagne in on the house. Whoa.
So now
congratulations. That is massive.
Yeah. So that's what happened. Not vex.
No vex.
Scrolling through, watching videos. I've just not really had time to, focus on it. How's everything?
Everything day, my sister. It's so good I'm so happy to hear. This is fantastic news. I beg, chop better foods on our behalf and drink. Easy.
Our result came out Friday. Since Friday, I've just been feeling all right.
I know that feeling, my sister. Feeling all right. That's right. I'm so glad to hear you again. Yeah.
I miss you guys so much. There's so much to discuss.
I know plenty. Repete. We've been discussing
so
it.
Much. What's today's topic?
Today's topic. So somebody shared a video with me, a YouTube video. I just played. Let me replay it again. And she wanted to she said, what did she send me a message? And she said she came across what's it called? That she was confused when she watched it and she would like to hear my take on it. So I said, okay, make I bring and come the house as village people. Make we discuss this matter. So let me play it. Just let me know if you can hear it, okay?
All right.
I had to learn this. I do not correct my husband.
Can you hear it?
I believe that it is my responsibility to have the confidence to give him my perspective. Then we can talk about it and he can self-correct. I love him so much and I desire to honor and respect him. And I married him, so I would assume that he wants me to feel the same exact way. To take my perspective into high consideration with his actions. But I married a grown man. I'm not going to be disrespectful and talk to him like a child.
This is
okay.
Interesting.
So interesting, right? What do you think?
Okay. First of all, I just jumped in the studio. I'm not great people. I hello, my village people, not vessel. Okay.
They hear you, they go they hear you, they come in now after some time. Someone go miss some, go replay.
Good evening,
Mhm.
everyone from London. I don't know what time it is in your side, but this is an interesting topic, to be honest. So she's of the opinion that she married a grown man, and we her on that side. But the part that she doesn't need to correct him, that's the part I don't understand. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership, correct?
Right.
So, in my opinion,
Mm.
there's supposed to be room for calling out the person on their bullshit. I think it's crucial, to be honest, because you need to be able to check your partner, but not in a rude way. That's my opinion.
Right.
In a
Well,
business,
go ahead.
sorry. So in a business, for example, if you have a partner, does that mean that because maybe the person is older than you will not now tell the person when the person does something wrong, or you assume that the person should automatically have a brain? Sometimes people don't know when they're doing something wrong. So you calling it out might help them actually, realize that that thing is not appropriate at the time. But let me hear you. Let me hear what you.
Okay. So for me, I think it's a choice of word here. I don't think this is my own take. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's what she's thinking, or maybe not. But this is my own take. Is that coming from me? What am I getting? Okay. So she is using the word correct, right?
Mhm.
Um, she can't correct him. She's not going to correct her. So I'm thinking it's the language she's using. I'm pretty sure that they have disagreements. I'm pretty sure the man has goofed one way because we're human beings. You're going to goof, man or woman, you will goof. It's now depending on your partner to let you know, guy, you goof for this area. Maybe she doesn't use the word correct. This is what I'm thinking. Oh, then again, I may be wrong, right? Maybe she's not. Maybe that word correct for her is almost like um something that she feels she does not want to use on her partner. She would
Mhm.
rather, maybe let them talk, because as the conversation she was saying it, she was like, I would hope that he will sit down and hear me out when I talk to him, and I'm paraphrasing here. So I think that it's just a choice of language, because I don't see any human being that, if you want to use the word correct, right, and just run with it, there's no human being that's above correction. Even
Mhm.
me as I did here, so, and I'm sure you can attest to it as well. There are times that you yourself you go say, no, 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 I go for yeah, no, 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 I have to correct myself.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
But
I think
that's on the condition that you even know that you go,
exactly.
because that one safety. You can be meant
eh
not even realize that it's a bad thing. You can't give what you don't have now.
exactly. Do you understand? So I think she's probably coming. This woke culture now. They don't
Okay.
they remove language. They're having problem with languages, correction, submission. There are a lot of words that they're having problems with because of the abuse it has brought. You understand? So she is saying that she sees a man as a man who, if we're going to run where other people, other angle will come in, will be, she's trying to paint a picture that the man is the ultimate a man, as in he doesn't make mistakes, and even if he does, he can self-correct. If she's coming from that angle, that in
That's
itself is problematic as well. That means you're placing that person as a god, as a
yeah.
deity. When you say that, hey, I don't want to correct him, I don't want, you're indirectly in your mind assuming that this person is way above human error, which is a problem.
That's a problem. Because again, he might be making some mistakes that he's not aware of, and that could come from maybe his background, upbringing, the way his mindset is. All those things play. There are factors that play, crucial roles in how people, interact with things, or how people even take feedback. Because at the end of the day, last now, waiting you understand.
Exact. Even the ego too, we forget the ego.
It goes to join.
Ehen.
many
Equal
factors.
to joy. Exactly.
So you're not gonna say because of that, we follow the person talk. Again, it's a partnership. Um Someone dear to me usually says that you should train your children and love your husband. But most people would rather train their husband and love their children. So those
Mm-hmm.
that's the other extreme where you want to just always tell him what to do, but your child pours something on the floor and you're saying, "Oh, Junior, why did you do this?" And then you are the one cleaning it. But if he does anything, you just check him immediately. That's the other.
Exactly.
I think there should be a balance. You know.
That's what I think too. I think because in a society like in American society, there's been a lot of what's it called? There's certain ways that some women treat women here that is not proper, right?
Mm-hmm,
So it's almost like they're trying to emasculate them.
mm-hmm.
So on the other hand, there's also problematic men where they take it to the extreme. They want a woman who will bow down to them, do everything
Right,
without
right.
them. Exactly. So there's that. I just think that everything are balance, like you said. You got to balance everything. Nobody has the right to be too extreme, especially when there are two people working to achieve a common goal.
Exactly.
You have to work together because you cannot wash one hand by itself and it will be clean. Have you
But
tried washing one hand before?
that's
They
the
clean like
you
that.
need two hands to wash your hand
You
well.
need exactly.
That's the
So it
cooperation
is
partnership.
sorry.
I said that's the cooperation and partnership.
Yeah, but a lot of times people have this fantasized idea of, oh, the man has to be this way and the woman has to be this way in order for it to work. No, it doesn't. It's not there's no yardstick for measuring how a person's relationship should work. There's no yardstick. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me, right? But if both of us were washing the hand correctly, very well, right? You're married, we're married to someone, you're married to someone, and we're both working together, right? The
Mm-hmm.
thing go dey flow smoothly. You
Now,
understand? E go dey they no go quarrel no dey o.
you get one English I used on my friends some days ago. I seen a mutual respect and mutual servitude. So
Ha!
now English I go to blow. On my not verse, I go to use
Abeg
English.
no blow the English well well. Me like English now.
Big
Leave
big
that
English.
thing. Blow am. Blow the thing. Confuse
Mutual
everybody.
respect,
I'm here for it.
respect and mutual servitude. Because at the end of the day, if two of them don't agree, say, look, we're going into this thing for each other. You will be looking out for each other. If you're truly friends, if you're truly partners in a marriage, you gotta check each other. You feel even they laugh on top the thing. Say, see you not say you do today. Check out that it makes sense. Girls say, but
Exactly.
it not make sense, not vex. You see, it makes it easy for you to get feedback and communication flows easily. But when you don't already look the guy like saying, "Oh God," the problem deal. Or again, another thing now culture. Some cultures the women are to be seen and not heard. That one said.
Yes.
So you see that one now is another factor inside this thing. You check
Mm-hmm.
maybe now one Arab woman herself.
That's very true. No, you're right. Hey, Obiajulu Kwento, Obiajulu K, your sister don't come. Obiajulu Ode house, Obiajulu Kwento. Your sister is in the house.
Oh yeah,
Eh?
come in now, come in. Oh my
Oh
god.
my God. Obiajulu K have landed in the house. Longest time. Obiajulu, longest time. But anyway,
So you see, it makes
yeah,
sense
go
because
ahead.
I just feel that I think it should be mutual. Her own case now one other extreme. And it could stem from a mindset as well that she has. Her saying things like she married a grown man, like she married an adult. She expects him to be able to think for himself. Her job is not to think for him or anything. But that's not what we're saying. If
Mm-mm.
there's if there's something we should be able to discuss it like grown adults. That one I'm all for it.
Exactly. No, absolutely agree with you on that. Because I think, I mean, we can attest to it. A lot of times, the troubles that come inside a partnership or relationship, whatever you want to call it, is because two people refuse to work, or one person is working and the other person does not want to. You know?
Exactly. And married people will say that a marriage is not for one person, it should be for two people. It's not
Exactly.
the person that makes it work. It has to be both of them putting in that effort. I've been married people, no not calling, no learn.
Abio, no, my sister, no, not true. But you know what though? Even with that, because the truth is, yes, it's good to have. Even sometimes the married people don't have the answers. That's what I've also found out, because everybody is unique in their way, and what one partner wants, the other partner, what one partner does, right? For one, the other partner doesn't necessarily do. Do you understand? Hey,
Yeah.
Obiajulu, we they see
Oh,
your
you're
fine
doing
face, so ah, look at you now. Hey, check it out. You dey market, buy something for us, so
I did shopping mall. I did just shopping.
okay. Wow, that's
I don't put
nice.
myself on mute.
I
I
better
put
buy
myself
something
on
come
mute.
for us. So my size
I'm
now.
mute.
I'll tell you my size secretly. May everybody know. Eh. Oh my god.
Hi. Oh God.
Good to see you though. Yeah. Anyway,
Hi.
yes. Hi. Anyway, like I was
My
saying, right?
namesake. How are you? Oh, sorry.
I'm
I
good.
know. No, greet each other. Oh.
Ah,
I go pause.
It's
it's
been
been
a
a
while.
while. Sorry.
I
Yeah, I was
know.
asking Omoye the other day. I said, it's been a while. I saw you live for any. How is she?
Listen,
I hope she's okay.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
she did ask. That's true.
I'm good.
Hi.
I have time now, so I'm back here.
Okay. Okay. Good to hear you anyway.
Yeah, same. Guys, if you should call in, let's have this conversation. What do you think about this?
What's the conversation? Sorry. What's
So it
the
was a video I played. I have to play it again so that Obiajulu can hear it. So basically, it was OJ Moore that sent this. I'm sure when she watches this later, it go pain her. Make her
My
You should
husband.
have
make her
it.
reduce them.
I believe that it is my responsibility.
Okay.
Oh, I had to learn this. I do not correct my husband. I believe that it is my responsibility to have the confidence to give him my perspective. Then we can talk about it and he can self correct. I love him so much and I desire to honor and respect him. And I married him, so I would assume that he wants me to feel the same exact way. To take my perspective into high consideration with his actions. But I married a grown man. I'm not going to be disrespectful and talk to him like a child. This is
So the other part of the
Okay.
message, right? Hold on.
classic what submitting should look like.
Okay, this is what a guy talked about after she had spoken. The guy said, "This is what classic example of submission looks like." Of course, that's his own opinion, but
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, right, that for me, I don't know. Sometimes to talk about marriage for me, because I'm not married, I have kids, but I'm not married. But so sometimes talk about marriage is, I feel very odd because I'm not married, and I, I don't know. I feel sometimes that I don't have much to contribute. So, more if you notice, sometimes when it comes to marriage things, I hardly even say anything because
No, Obi, wait. I need to jump in here. I can't. Look, not vex, but I don't think you should feel that way, right?
Right.
Because even though you are not someone's wife, you are a wife in waiting, if that makes any sense. So your contribution is subject to your understanding of what a wife should do or be. And I believe that I'm of that opinion that the better may you talk about something for house before you carry and go outside. So
Mm-hmm.
it's better to say what you're thinking now or how you see it now. And this is like an opportunity for people to come in and say, oh, okay, this thing you said is true, or this thing you said is not correct.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to learn from that experience. So don't feel like you can't contribute. You understand? It's like me
Okay.
now,
Yeah.
and I don't have kids. Does not mean if we're talking about kids, I can't talk about it. I get many nieces and nephews, and I raised them.
Exactly.
So, in essence, I'm a mother in waiting. You see. So
That's true. Yeah.
if I say something that's not correct, you guys will tell me, ah, babe, no, it's not like that. See, let me tell you how it actually
Mm-hmm.
is. So please, by all means, just say how you feel. Don't let that put you in an awkward place, okay?
Yeah, or in a
Yeah.
box. That's very true. Obiajulu Kwento. She just nail am. Your sister just nail am. Your namesake.
She's very true. She's very correct. It's just that a few times when I've tried to say my opinion, and because it's something I'm used to now, that's why I've been just putting my box like, ah, what do you know? You don't have a husband. I say okay. So because that's happened few so many times, and so I get used to it. So anytime there's any conversation about husband, say what, I just don't even bother. That's why
Now,
I
culture
say that.
this thing. Our culture do us this thing. Some Igbo day, they don't already tell their parents say they don't marry. Everybody don't make peace. They don't know. They don't get the information. They don't know and no peace. Say this person not ever marry. So don't allow that to carry you, please. We're just gisting. Generally, that's what we do.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And again,
I,
now you also everybody gets a idea of how they want make their home be or their
Mm,
marriage be or
mm,
their children, so you must have an idea. And again, you have your own children. You can attest
yeah.
to it. Even if you're not married, you can be an outsider looking in and say, oh no, I don't want this. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do this. And whoever your partner is, you can now, because you had an idea what it looks like, you like, you know what,
you know
boo,
what? Yeah,
these are the three things that you will do, that I will say bye bye.
I would say no.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
So
yeah,
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 you
yeah.
must have an opinion. It doesn't matter, because yes, there are people who will say, I beg, don't say anything, because that's a lie though. That's a lie from the pit of hell. You probably even know more than they do.
I,
That's the irony of it all.
Obi, I've met bad wives. Can I say that? Is it
Oh
okay?
yeah,
I
please.
met bad
Are we
wives.
not gisting? Yes, so
I mean, I've met people that have no business being wives. I've met people that have no business being parents, but they happen to be.
exactly. Speak, girl.
So it's just situation. Your own time will come. Just you understand? Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
just it. I'm anxious to hear. I'll be
Okay.
quiet.
So from what she said, there are some points that I agree with. The point when she said he's a full grown man, that's true. So he will have his own opinion, even though whatever he's doing or said might not be exactly what I might do or say. But in I feel like in a marriage, right, we have to work as a team. So if there's something he's saying or doing that is opposite to what my own belief or what I think should be done or said, I'd have to say it to him. But it would be a discussion. It wouldn't be, except if he wants to take it to a different level, then, but it will be a discussion that I'll have with him, but at the same time, context and the way, the manner in which you talk to people, I think matters, a
Mm-hmm.
lot. And the way you present that that thing, that whatever that discussion is, the way you start the topic, you
Mm-hmm.
know would tell how it's going to go. And I always believe that whoever you're married to should know that person. You should know what to make him mad, what you think he would like to hear or hears that makes him okay, more interested in what you're saying. So I think just the way you say it, you know but in order not to, because there's a way you bring up a conversation and you already like, I will already know where that is going to,
Yeah.
how it's going to end. So that's my own take anyway. So
You
that
know
part,
what? As Go ahead.
Sorry. So that part, I agree with what she said.
Okay.
Um, and then the fact that she said that, of course, yeah, you respect him. You understand? And then sometimes I believe that sometimes you give, even though like people, like human beings, be it a man or a woman, we are all very different, right?
Mhm.
We come from different backgrounds and we have our own value and the things we like. But I believe that as a man, as a male in any relationship,
Mhm.
definitely that the way God has done it, you're the lead. You're the lead. So sometimes I believe that I just have to give you that opportunity. You understand?
Mhm.
To lead, just to see.
Right.
I
Right.
have to give you that space just to, because I don't know it all.
Mhm.
So I won't say, oh, you're doing this, you shouldn't know. I'll let it, because sometimes if you, as long as it's not going to, we're not going to crash into a pit and we can't come out. But if it's something I know we can always come out, I'll let you. Because there's no way you yourself, depending on who the man is, it's good to do that. Then he will learn from his own mistake if it's a mistake. You
Mhm.
understand? So sometimes it's easy. I'll just let him, yeah, go, talk yourself. I'll just do it without interfering.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. You know what? I'm thinking back on what that woman was saying, that she doesn't correct her husband. Here's the point. I think where she's coming from. I'm not her. I'm just assuming here. You know how people correct their children? They go smack them, or
Oh.
drag them, talk that say, don't do, Maybe
Mhm.
that's
Mm,
what she means, because some people, yeah, just like you said, Obiajulu, there's some bad wives, there's some bad
mm,
husbands. Some women
mm.
don't know how to talk to their husbands.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
talk to their
yeah,
husband like saying a small picking, or
exactly.
like saying a one gate man somewhere. You understand?
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's where she's coming from. That disrespect. So when she talks about correcting, she's probably talking about it in a derogatory way that people do
Yes.
it. You
Yes.
understand? Not because
yeah.
to Obiajilu case points now, right? The way you approach people matters a lot. The way you
Yeah,
you
it does.
present what you want to talk about matters a lot. And I have seen bad marriages, I've seen bad wives myself, and I've seen bad husbands. And
Mhm.
again, to Obiajilu case, right? So there's some people that don't want you involved, or don't want you to give your take on a situation, especially if they're married. Those people, you don't say anything to them.
Mm-mm,
But
mm-mm.
for the ones that you are open to it, you talk. Me, I don't. So I don't. If you ask my opinion, sometimes I won't even tell you. I will ask you, what do you want to hear? Do you want to hear the truth? Do you want flower conversation, or do you want neutral? I give them option. They choose. If you tell me, oh no, I want the truth, be ready for the
You
truth.
know,
I know the sugarcoat.
Mm.
Acid darling always says something. She always says it sounds like a joke, but it's a fact. She always says, I don't advise married people. You see? She's actually right because some people will tell me the truth, and when you tell them, they can't handle it.
Ah,
Exactly.
that's true. Yeah.
Jonah, no, I have some friends that have told me, oh, man, no, they actually they appreciate it when I tell them. They will tell me, oh, they'll say, oh, man, your mouth is like pepper. Okay, we will just cover our ear while you're saying it sometimes, but you at the end of the day, they found out
Process.
that consistently I've been true with them, so they
Mm-hmm.
keep coming back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've literally helped them save their marriages. Do you understand? So they see the value in what I'm offering. So they're like, okay, not true. Even though this girl, if you say truth, she go give them to you, bam. But she they help us. She they help me understand. You understand? Sometimes
Mm.
my
Yeah.
friends, when they'll come with me, they'll first abuse me. They'll say, we know, say you want to tell us the truth. So we will first dish out on you first. I say, okay, dish out. Oh, I'm here. Dish out. They will dish. I say, okay. Then they will now say, yeah, tell us the truth. I will now tell them. So it depends. If there are people who start to act funny towards you after you have shelled you, I bet you work out with you. With concern with overload. You understand? So
Mm.
for me, I'm very selective about it. Only if you want it and if you're authentic about it. Don't ask me for the truth and then come and turn around and be doing like one witch in the
Honestly,
night. I will run far from you. Eh. Juliet,
honestly,
welcome. Oh, hello, welcome.
I I mean, you've not seen the ones that will come and ask you for advice. When you finish giving advice, the day they settle, now your name they'll be used. So can you?
I don't experience them. Me don't
Am I
experience them,
That's
so I
why.
know.
Okay.
I have
oh,
experienced it, so I know.
XYZ? Meanwhile, at that moment, you felt like you were saving lives.
I've experienced it too. I have the people that have cut me off
So
completely, but
yeah,
I know. But guess what? Several years later, they are not together
Okay.
they are just
over the same thing.
over the
So
same
I know
Mm-hmm.
those things don't bother me. I will personally, I don't go out of my way to advise people, single or married. I don't. I will never. But if you come to me and you say, "Hey, Omoye," I will say, "Okay." And for me, when I'm telling you the truth, I cross my heart about you. So as I'm giving you the truth, if you act any type of way with me, I'm giving you the same vibe back. That's
Mm,
me. You understand? So I have my guards up. So when you're coming and you're saying, "Oh my, I want the truth," I already have crossed my heart that you may or may not be my friend anymore. So
Mm.
depending on which way you go, the
Mm.
direction where you go, the energy when you give me now will give you back times 10.
but it'd be nice, for a guy to call in and talk about this, because
Yeah,
I would love to hear it from a man's perspective. Because
perspective, right?
it gets
Yeah,
we women, it get us with they think, and them, it get us them they think, and
they
Think
it
it's
will
think
true. Yeah.
yeah, I know. Say
them.
brother Paul go listen to this at some point. Maybe he go call in. He go somewhere do part two. I want to add my own. But basically, I think the guy that responded after he was like, "Let me play that part for you guys because I didn't play that part." There was a guy in it that said, "This is what um."
I believe that it is my responsibility to have the confidence to give him my perspective. Then we can talk about it and he can self correct. I love him so much and I desire to honor and respect him. And I married him, so I would assume that he wants me to feel the same exact way. To take my perspective into high consideration with his actions. But I married a grown man. I'm not going to be disrespectful and talk to him like a child.
This is classic what submitting should look like. It's not me bowing down. It's not me bending over backwards. It's trusting that the man I chose
Thank you.
is going to make the right decision. And even when he makes the wrong decision, I trust that he's going to see what he did wrong and correct it going forward.
What?
Okay, you hear that?
This is
That was
assuming he agrees.
eh?
This is assuming the man agrees. You see, that's another
Exactly.
that thing we were saying. This is assuming the man agrees. You can't change a person. The person has to decide to change, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, sometimes
Obiajulu K, can you mute your microphone small because of the more like they look through some very good items there.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
No wahala. No wahala. You can just mute it. So okay. Go ahead, Obiajulu.
okay, so this is assuming the guy agrees that there's something that he needs to correct. And this is also
Mm-hmm.
in his bid to self-correct, he can actually do it on his own. Classic case, someone that maybe does drugs recreationally. Hmm? And then you people are having problems as a result. Maybe he's blacking out, he's doing funny things, and then he wants to change. He would still need the support of his wife, but he would even still need the person to like constantly call him out when he does anything funny. You get what I mean? That's an extreme case, sure, but that's like, do you understand? That's like the
Right.
reality. Men that maybe love porn, or men that do that. People have addictions. People
Mm-hmm.
have
Yeah.
things that a partner might have to deal with, and if you are not able to be that supportive, it's not just telling him. Sometimes you need to hold him accountable.
Right.
Do you see? That's the part that she
Yes.
doesn't want to do. She doesn't want to hold him accountable for doing it. She just wants to tell him and let Baba go and sort himself out. That's not partnership.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that as well. I can also see that, because when you're when you're partner with someone, it's assumed it's for a long haul, right? So you want to be able to call the person out on their weaknesses, right? While being their strength. Like some of the things that they're deal breakers, that's become a habit that if
Mm-hmm.
you don't if he doesn't sort it out, it's gonna be a problem in the long run. How do you call that person and say, hey, by the way, this thing no go work? Oh? You have to. What's your partner for? They
Eh,
watch and
ima-
make it a
Imagine
good example. Go ahead, go ahead.
procrastination. Procrastination,
Mm.
good example. This guy,
Aha, aha. For instance, he's supposed to do something, maybe a career path, when he
mm-hmm,
go elevate the family, right?
mm-hmm,
And he decides, say, oh, he go do it, but he never does it. And then he put
mm-hmm.
the family at a place where they are consistently struggling, and
Precarious.
you having to carry all the load. That
Mm-hmm.
you can start, you go reach point where you start to dey despise the guy.
Exactly, resentment you're setting. But you should have done
Exactly.
to support him to be able to get past that particular character flaw.
Exactly. And another example, a real life example now, there was a guy I met um a while back. I went on a date with him. So one day, so he was telling me that he's diabetic. He's been diabetic from a very long time and he's been managing it.
Mm-hmm,
So we were going to see a movie and he picked me up, right?
mm-hmm,
In his car, he had like huge no, we got to the movie theater and he was asking if I wanted popcorn. I was like, no, I don't feel like eating popcorn, blah blah blah. And I said, he wants to get something. I said, okay. He bought a huge slab of chocolate and a popcorn with
mm-hmm,
sugar. Do
mm-hmm.
you understand? I now looked at him. I said, are you eating that? He said, yeah, watch me. I'm going to eat it all. I was like, what? And you have diabetics, Abi? You have diabetes, Abi? You're
Mm-hmm.
diabetic, Abi? You're not diabetic? He said, yeah, he is. But that after he eats this sugar, he has something that he takes right
Explain.
immediately. I'm like, why eat it when you know this is a problem for you? It didn't make sense to me. So we went into the theater, watched the movie. I literally watched this guy eating the slab of chocolate. When I say slab, that small table chalkboard when they teach children for house.
Mm-mm.
It's almost like that size. The guy almost, I couldn't dey look. It was crazy to me. Now he now said, oh, that he wants that we should pick up dinner. We now had to pick up dinner. He got this, the one that has most. No, first of all, he stopped by an ice cream shop and he picked up ice cream. What's the name of this chocolate store? I mean, ice cream store. I forget what it's called now. The mixture he got, my God, the amount of sugar in it alone that I was looking at was giving me a headache. By the time I was done at that date, right? From that date, I got home. He called me. I started thinking, I said, this guy is a selfish guy. You are looking for a partner to put up with all of these bad habits that you have. How long are you going to last? Meanwhile, he had a brother who did not have legs anymore because of the amount of sugar, because the brother had the same thing that he had.
Exactly.
The brother had a girlfriend. The girlfriend left because after caring for him for some time, the girl got tired and walked away. In my mind, I can't think it's not selfish move. Say this kind thing fit by you anytime, anyhow. You just they do them carelessly. You not care whether they chop off any part of your limbs, as long as you are satisfying that immediate urge that you have. To me, that was selfish. To me, that was someone not holding himself accountable enough to see the damage he was doing himself, that he probably would likely do to someone else that's going to come into his life.
So at the same time, if you look at it on the flip side, without considering that savior mentality that women have, you know there's some guys that start off being that way and then they meet someone and then the person is able to influence their decision when it comes to their eating habits and their lifestyle.
That's true.
And all they
Absolutely.
just needed was somebody they could live for. So that could be that in itself.
That could be it. No, you're right. That could be it.
The problem in itself that is different from him being diabetic. It could be a coping mechanism
Mm-hmm.
for him being lonely as hell.
Mm.
Do you see?
That's probably true. Yeah, you're right about that.
It's
I didn't even think
somebody
about it
totally
too.
different.
I ran. I didn't think. I beg. I run. I said, which
I
kind
know
of?
you're not. Jesus already died.
Yeah.
Jesus already died. You don't need to die for guy again. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah. No, I totally understand what you're saying.
So there's so many things. He might just need someone to hold him accountable and be like, "I mean, do you know how I would suffer if you are hurt?" Maybe he needs to be able to hear that. That might just be
I actually said that to him.
a trigger.
I actually said, I mentioned, I'm like, do you know that what you're doing is selfish? He asked me how. So I told him, I said, you're looking for someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, right? He said, yeah. I said, but your eating habit is damaging to you. How long are you going to be around for this person? Do you know that your habit can literally lead you to the end, literally? He said, yeah, I know, but he now said, well, it's life anyway. You're gonna go out anyhow. You're gonna go out one way or the other.
You-
That was his response.
Yeah, he has given up already.
So I'm like, okay, even if I was seriously considering him at the time, the fact that he had this habit was a huge
It was a
red
deal breaker.
flag for me. Yeah, because he wasn't even considering the other person. He was just thinking about himself. He wasn't thinking, this habit. For a moment, he didn't stop to think, this habit of mine, yeah, maybe I should slow down on it, really, because of the way it's going to affect. He didn't think like, and that bothered me. I was like, oh no, I cannot. Someone who cannot hold themselves accountable. Do you understand? Because you're trying to, and not only forget to, if he's sick, in the process of sick, maybe if he fall, go get injury, they'll come talk say, they need to remove the limbs. Now the partner go there to suffer, go they give am bath every day. That one are punishment now.
They're going into shock now. They're going into different things. See, there's something that I want to bring into this conversation, and I've heard it from, like, if you I won't call them motivational speakers, but they're like 3 different guys that I listen to, right? That talk about relationships and things like that, and how you
I had to learn this.
conduct yourself as a better person. Can I carry on?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So, I've heard it from 3 different guys, and this is what they all said that seemed like a pattern. All 3 of them are married, and they all at different said the same thing. What they said was that, do you realize that their wives had to leave them for them to realize themselves and change to become the person that they are now?
Wow.
So for them, the women had complained. They weren't changing. The women left. So it took that decision for them to realize that I'm going to lose this person if I don't become a better person. And that's the women holding them accountable, because when they went back to the women, they didn't say no. They were like, are you ready now? And they're like, yeah. And then they get married. And now this is them, how many years down the line, having this conversation with people that they don't even know. So sometimes it just takes holding someone accountable for the person to make the right decision.
That's true.
Right. And this woman is saying, so tomorrow if she tells her husband this, he doesn't listen, she divorces him, she move on. That's just what I see.
Exactly. Exactly. No, that's true. I think sometimes, yeah, you're correct. Yeah, I think you have it down there because I think uh, uh um in a bid to be woke, for lack of a better term right now, people are doing away with the old rules that are needed. They are considered old, but they are classic rules. Accountability is right on that list
Mm-hmm.
because no human being can function without accountability. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I remember my dad used to take tobacco, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
tobacco, there's some back in the day, people used to chew it. Some people would chew it, or some people would put
Almost
it through their
sniffy.
nose too. They'll
Yes.
sniff it. My dad was a sniffer. Okay. So that thing was so bad. It was a terrible habit. And my mom didn't like it one bit. Talk, 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 talk until he now fell ill, went to the doctors, and they told him, oh, you're not going to last. Just go and kiss your children, your family, bye bye, and that's it. Hey, I mean, we're still young at the time. We didn't know what was happening. So there was a lot of back and forth. My mom, so the doctors now told him that the only thing that can start to reduce, right, and make him better is if he stops it. If he doesn't stop it, he's not going to last.
Mm-hmm.
It was a difficult thing for him. My mom, now gave my mom opportunity to really go to hold him down.
Yeah.
So my mom, when the thing now came, when we got to the house, my mom first of all took all of that, everything he had,
And
and
bring it.
trashed it,
Yeah.
trashed everything. So every day my mom had to watch this man like a hawk to make sure she even had to get us as kids involved. And
You
so
see,
if you see
that's
your
that
dad.
that she held him accountable for.
Exactly. If she hadn't done that, and my dad was a drinker too. It's hard to believe now because I didn't grow up seeing my dad drink. But my mom said my dad used to be a drinker. He used to have friends that encouraged him, so they all used to drink together. It took almost the same effort to stop him from doing it
Mm-hmm.
early on when they met. So you're absolutely right. Accountability is very, very. I mean, I speak so glowingly about my dad, but if my mom had not taken those steps, I probably wouldn't have known who
You
he
would have been
was
this, yeah. You would have been this dad. You would have been this person.
at
Probably.
all. I would not. I will tell you that for free. I wouldn't because I didn't grow up seeing my dad drink, but I saw him snuffing tobacco. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now he gave it up while we're still in secondary school. That's when he stopped because that's when that medical news came to him. So I say this to say that a lot of times I think that some of the important rules in relationship, people are throwing it away.
True.
They are not holding each other accountable. When you know that your partner is on the path for destruction, you are supposed to stand in the way and say, dude or woman, we ain't gonna have that. You
That's
need to you need to brush up and do what you need to do. Otherwise, forget. There was a story I heard. I think it was Joel Austin that shared this back when I used to listen to Joel Austin. He
mm-hmm.
said his grandmother she used to smoke tobacco too. She's one of that pipe, the one that they put for pipe, right? She used to take it, right? You see, it
All the
was so bad.
rugged woman.
Said it was so bad that her grandfather passed away, telling her, stop this, stop for where he no stop am.
Mm-hmm.
Until the old woman come meet one man when he give her eye. When he meet the man tell am say, you see this thing wey you dey do, I like you, but this thing wey you dey do, I no fit. He say that day na the grandmama give am up.
You
Can
see?
you imagine that?
You
That
see?
day, na the grandmama, something wey dey for years, those dey
They
try
don't
to
they
tell the
tell her,
woman.
they tell her,
Dem
I
dey tell
swear.
her e no gree stop.
You know,
One person just show up from nowhere, just tell am say, I like you, but this thing wey you dey do, if you no stop am, nothing for you.
oh man, you never ever see person for school when guy when they follow all the babes You can't just meet one particular babe. Next
Oh,
thing,
I don't see.
Baba go start to capsule. You go they talking. You go turn to human being.
I'm telling you,
You know those kind of things.
I don't see her. No.
That's the
Obiajulu, na
fact.
true you talk.
You
Yes.
they see the guy. You see the guy for church. You the one that say, I be rapture. What's going on here?
No, not true. You call the call class where go they take, go they pay attention.
When they write exam, you're the one that say, hey, what is happening here? But that's it.
That's it.
Has held
It's
him
true.
table and told him that, guy, if this is going to happen, this is what you're going to be doing. Accountability. But now, as we don't, all of us all work now. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't
No,
know the
I
way,
think
but
no, me, I no woke reach that one. I know they follow them do all that woke rubbish show. Because the truth be said, I know say there's some cardinal rules on this earth that you cannot override. You can't. If you once you do them, you go they talk. You know, say even the Bible where it say do not despise the ancient lines. I don't forget how Bible they talk about, but do not do away with the ancient landmarks. My sister, it's so true. There are certain rules on this in this universe. You cannot. Once you do that, you go give room to nonsense to take over. But are we not already experiencing that? So that's why even in relationships more so, because people have become, everybody want to act like, say, personally, I believe that the man is the leader in the home. Forget Bible, it's just a natural thing. It's just natural. My dad was not a Bible thumper.
the neck.
Exactly. The man at the head, the woman at the neck. No matter how you try to flip it, it's just what it is. You cannot turn it, you can't twist it. When I'm not even talking about Bible here, I'm not referring to it's just a natural rule. And a man, when you see a man that has that understanding, you go know, you will see that kind of man and you will recognize him. For those who know, if you know, you will know, because some of us don't, we're not very good at recognizing those types of men. That's just a fact, right?
That one is because of symptoms from another thing, maybe based on, maybe they grew up in a house where there was abuse.
Right.
But the chick doesn't understand she doesn't respect authority, or
Yes.
many things can be the reason.
Yes.
However, the fact of the matter is this: I'm one person that believes that, and I stand to be corrected, but this is my belief. I believe that you have no business sleeping with a guy so this is how I think about it too. You have no business sleeping with a guy that you know that if tomorrow Bella enter, you cannot cope with having him in your life.
I'm on that table.
I'm that person. So
I'm on that table too. Absolutely.
How do we communicate? How do we discuss? Can we collaborate and do something? Can we sit down and do something? Because if you're following somebody that is blind, it to be a case of the blind leading the blind. He has to seem like someone that is going somewhere.
My own is not even, see, before that we even get there, first of all. See my love language, before we get there, first of all, I have to be, no, seriously, I have to be able to know that I can trust you, right? That there has to be certain things that line up. If it not line up, no matter how wealthy you are, no matter how tall, dark, and handsome you are, I don't care how influential you are, it will not fly. That's just the kind of person I am. So we won't even get to the point of Belle entering, or you touching me to the point where Belle go enter, then we'll come to discuss speaking. It's not gonna happen. You have to have, because if those things are not there already, it's already a red flag for me.
Considering the way the world is now, situationships is like a constant, if that makes sense. Like
I
you know,
understand.
everybody's
Yeah.
dating, everybody's dating everybody apparently.
Yes.
So if
Not me though, but
not
yes. I understand. I'm just
you know what I'm saying, because
yeah, absolutely.
you we talk about accountability. You as a person needs to hold yourself accountable on behalf of your partner, even if the person is
Hmm.
there. Otherwise, what separates us from animals,
Exactly.
I guess what
Yeah.
separates us from animals is we'll all just be jumping on each other. So the fact of the matter is, if you even go back to the Bible, when you talk about submission, so Bible did not tell women to love their husbands. Did you notice? Because the fact of
Yes.
any sane grown woman that has love from a man, it automatically makes her submissive.
Absolutely. 100%.
Do you see? So
Yeah.
part of them saying they tell women to submit. The Bible tells the man to love because it is the man that has that work.
Yeah.
Most
He
men
has a
don't.
problem loving. Yeah.
It's a chore for some people. But when
Mm-hmm.
you love the woman in your life the right way, automatically she's submissive, she's supportive, she's nurturing, that's again a sane woman.
Yes. Yes.
Because just a self-destructive, I don't know. But I'm talking about someone that has the right values, the right morals, the right
Oh yeah.
doctrine, all that.
Mm-hmm.
You love her the right way, she will submit. Now
Mm-hmm.
even they ask you, how can I help?
Exactly. She'll be look for ways to make things easy
Now
for
she
you.
they look for
She
how
go they
things go
look
better.
for way to yes. She go bend over backwards because that's women. Women are selfless and they are loyal to the core.
That's exactly it. But when you now start, I believe that if a man is shouting, I'm the man in a house, if he's the one shouting, I'm a man, then there's a problem.
Absolutely. That's already a red flag. That is a problem. You don't need to shout I'm a man. It is in your actions. It is in your action.
I
No,
cannot
it's
be
the truth.
I cannot be telling you, Oga, how are we going to move forward in this area? Telling me I'm the man. I'm going to make the Oga. We're trying to reason. This relationship business, they tire person.
Well, it dey tire, but the truth is that if you know the important thing be say if you know what you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go stay your lane until you see wetin you want. That's just the truth. No matter how confusing it is, the truth is that if two right people meet each other, it's no longer a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is the woke culture and the whole idea of you want to have things your way, you want to do things your way. And to a great extent, men have been spoiled in the process because they've met women who've made it
Uh,
easy for them, right?
how
Who've
on
made it very, like, uh,
my
allow,
gender,
go
my gender,
ahead. Exactly.
my
Our
gender.
agenda don't exactly don't ruin am for a lot of men. So when men go see real women, they don't even know how to act. They
Know
get
how to
intimidated when they meet a real woman. You are too much for them. Vice
act.
versa. When a man, because of the way world don't be now, some men don't also spoil women, right? When the woman go see real man, he no know how to behave. He no know how to respond.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You
That's where we are now in the world, and it's tragic, but that's just it.
that's just where we are in the world. So it's either if you're in a rush, in a hurry, it's either you end up being with one of the woke ones that wants things in a certain way that you don't understand,
Mhm.
right? And then in the process you're like, I can't deal. Try to stick it out and try to make it work, and then you get people and you're like, I can't do this is exhausting, and then you get out, you know
Yeah,
or you just say, you know what, I beg myself reading my corner until real man show up.
because it's tough. The streets are
It's
the
tough. The
dating
streets are
streets.
not smiling, no. Hmm.
The dating streets are rough. That's what I'm saying. Like,
It is. I kid you not. It is because imagine you're talking to a guy and the guy is telling you, send me your nudes, send me. If you see the first time somebody asked me for that, I couldn't believe it. First of all, I didn't know what they were asking because that was just crazy to me. Why would the first thing coming out of your mouth be send me your
Sorry, oh boy. Is that part of the dating game now? Because I've been out for years
yes,
now.
Eh?
What?
yes. So they'll say send me your
Yeah.
nudes. I've never experienced it before,
Okay,
but I
bro,
experienced
let me
some
blow you.
in recent years. Are
Wow.
shock. I say
Okay,
Send
no
blow.
kidding.
the person who
Okay,
actually request
Yes,
hey.
yes,
Obi
that
Ajulu
person
will
now that their
yes.
father, their never, oh God, they abuse it. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
What do you want
blah,
abuse?
blah. Ah,
Faceless
yeah, yeah,
person.
Obi
yeah.
Ajulu,
My
wait.
my
Yeah.
brothers, my
Come here.
sister.
Let me give you
Go
one
ahead.
gist. There was
Mm-hmm.
someone introduced me to someone. Yeah? Someone introduced me to a particular guy. And then
Yeah.
we were having conversation. Just normal calls. First red flag. He called me on a video call, first call ever.
Ah.
Afterwards, yeah.
That's no.
Subsequently, he would just randomly call me on a video call, like random. So cultural differences also matters in this particular context, yeah? Because he's an abroad somebody proper, and me, you have my Nigerian values, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
he would always call and have those conversations. He would say things to me like, "Oh, you're mommy's girl, you're daddy's girl, so you're spoiled." I'm like, where are you getting all these things from? You've not even given me a moment. I've barely known you for 2 weeks. Where's all this coming from? Don't say those kind of things, you know. So I was trying to, like, culture.
Abiajulu, they say your voice is low.
Okay,
Maybe you
can you
want
hear?
to raise your speaker small.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now? Is it? Am I audible now?
Yeah,
Is it
you're
clear?
quite
Yeah.
audible. Marriott, can you hear now?
Hey, Marriott. So you understand? I was still trying to culture the conversation. You know, when you just start talking to someone, you need to fine tune your conversations in a way that for some people you hit it off and immediately you guys are flowing. But for some other people, you need to culture it. You need to structure the way you understand. You need to guide the conversation essentially. But with this guy, he could just they jabber, they drop things. He told me, "Oh, do I want to come abroad?" I said no. He said, "What kind of person am I? That I'm the first chick he has met that he has asked if I want to come abroad, and I'm saying no, one thing." I'm like, "Oga, people have priorities in life. This one you're asking me is not like top priority for me at the time." What destroyed everything? One Saturday morning, my phone was just ringing off the hook. Who is this person? Give me a moment. It's Saturday morning. Can I just sleep for a bit? Kept ringing, kept ringing. I picked the call. Can you hear me?
We can hear me. I can hear you very clearly.
Okay.
Marriott, maybe it's your
Yeah,
audio
I can hear you.
because I can
Okay.
hear her very clearly.
Okay.
We can hear
So
you here.
phone kept ringing and I said, okay, let me pick the call. You will not believe. I picked the call and this brother was stark naked.
What? It's again. What? Sorry. Oh my God!
Oh
I just
my
jumped.
goodness, that's a
I just.
shock.
I did not see that
So
coming. I just jumped off my seat. What? Huh?
Me too. I didn't see that coming at all. Wow.
stark naked.
Holy crap!
I mean
What
naked.
the?
I don't mean
Oh.
like naked. And in my state of sleep, I was like, nigga, I had to use the N word. Oh my, let me not get your let me not get your video demonetized. I used the N word. I was like, where are your clothes? Because I was too shocked.
Of course. My goodness. The
And this was
audacity.
no, and he's there saying to me, "Oh, I'm trying to be myself around you." I'm like, so you've not been yourself since? Oh, am I missing something? What are we doing here? That's a classic case. I'm just letting you know that for some people it's normal. They're calling you, asking you for phone activities. I'm trying not to use the S word.
Yeah.
Do you plenty things?
You know what?
Maybe I'm too
Your
old-fashioned for this.
No,
I'm
it's
just
not
too
being old
old-fashioned.
fashioned though. You don't need to. Me, what you want to talk now? Beauty concern me concern that kind of thing. But I was imagine my shock too when I was asked. But here's the thing to Obia Julie story. I asked the person that sent me nudes on when I not ever expect for my life. Right? I had to ask because it didn't make sense to me. I had to ask the person. I said, what was going through your
I
mind
see the confusion.
when you decided to send these pictures? Why? You know, saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry about it. You know, most
You
girls
see,
don't,
you him.
you saying that some girls even ask, most girls
Yes.
ask, now they ask, so now it make them they send. I say, wow, woo.
Yes. Some
So he
girls
was
ask,
confused.
just ask.
He
You
thought
checked.
it was part of it.
You checked him.
God, oh my-
Some people will not check him. That's an example now of this one. Some girls will not even bother. They'll just be like, he's like that. That's a case
Oh,
of you just
God
being there.
forbid. Mm-mm. That's a no-go area.
So
That is
again,
a
goes back to accountability. So those are the things, though. It's
no Funkerewa, Egosa, Funkerewa is okay with
you see,
two normal
he said
people.
it's
If they
normal.
don't already dey together, they don't decide say na that one.
Yeah, but that one a couple now.
Absolutely.
First
Not
of
be
all,
that
you
one
just
we really dey talk about. Now the one say be say you don't know anything about, they are just talking to you. Obiajunuke, abeg you fit help us use your phone. They
you're
don't
in
know
talking
anything about you.
you're in
They
talking
dey
stage in the words of my
exactly
Nigerian.
talking stage. The
You're in
person go
talking
just talk
stage.
you. E go just talk
Okay.
you with you no ask am. They carry you go where you no
Just
know. I know, right, Marriott? It could be a lie. You're right, but that's what they tell. That's what this person told me. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You get dished what you permit. That's what I think.
Yes, you
Whether
do.
it's a relationship with your sibling or relationship with your parents, what you tolerate is what you get.
Exactly. Because the truth is there are some people who don't mind it. That's true. They will just shake him off. That's okay, he's like that. He's just goofy like that. He's just weird like that. They speak English on top of the nonsense. I say, really? Make una enjoy you. God forbid. God forbid. You know? Because that already shows that this guy has loose morals. Loose.
And I tried to explain it, but he couldn't.
He won't understand it because he's used to do, sometimes what I've come to understand is that some of these men, the way they approach you speaks a lot about their experiences. They bring their experiences with them when they're talking to you. So when they're talking to you, they are using their experience to judge you. So they will treat you the way the experience have shaped them. So if you are the type of person that would ignore it, you will ignore it and they will continue. But if you're the one that will call them out on it, there's some that would they will say, okay, this one are the real one. Okay, may I adjust? Some men know how to adjust when they meet a real woman, but some men don't because they've been doing it consistently for so long. They don't know how to be that man anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost themselves in the process of just accepting and doing whatever, right? Same thing with the women too. It's just the streets are not smiling, but the real ones are there. Me, I know that one.
I agree. I'm working on that. But it's a situation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Obiajulu. Oh, I really appreciate you coming in. I'm so happy to see you and congratulations, man. This is fantastic. Congratulations. Enjoy every second of it. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Later.
All right. Obiajulu K, what are your final parting comments? Make we wrap this baby up. Me, I don't want
I'm
to
just sorry, I'm still shocked.
I still shocked her.
Oh my God. There is
Oh
no
my
chance
God.
for me at all if I ever decide to go back to dating. No chance, because I've been living under
No,
the rock for a long
there is
time
chance.
now. Oh
So
my God.
yes. No, it's true. These things
And
are
these people,
happening. Yep.
and they are mature, they are adults, right?
Mature adults. Yes, yes,
Oh
yes,
my God.
absolutely.
Adults.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know somebody was saying, I had somebody was telling me some time back now, a few days ago actually, saying that that do I know what the new dating rule is? I don't even know say dating get rule. Now I say I mean I know there are rules to some dating, the kind of dating where we know the normal one. Now
Yeah.
I say wetin be rules for dating? Say this one now, you meet somebody, right? You go meet two people go meet the same day, they go exchange bodily fluids.
Hi.
After they exchange bodily fluids the same day, right, they'll come start to dey talk. If the person continue to talk to you, that means say he wants more. If he no continue to talk to you, now say that is crazy. Are you kidding me? I say make una keep the rules to una selves. Anyway, I no dey follow una do all that one.
Oh, it's disgusting. Oh my God, sorry. I'm still trying to not choke here. Oh my God, sorry.
I'm telling you, it's crazy,
Oh
oh.
my
On
God.
these streets, you better
Hi.
be prepared. Oh more the kind nonsense. Sometimes
Yeah.
they ask, you want I say, who brought these people up? Where did they go? Who is teaching them? Who be their parents? You want to know? Hmm. There are things
I,
happening. I'm telling you, you just have to.
I,
It's good you can't escape the dating world if you are out there. You can't. You have to learn to stick to your values and hold what
yeah.
is dear to you. Otherwise you'll be caught up in all this rubbish. You just be caught up in it. Why? Because you say everybody's like that, so me let me just choose whatever. No, not everybody's like that. That's a lie. There are people with common sense just like you. The ones that are coming don't have it. They've lost their common sense. They're just doing whatever. Some people cannot bear to be by themselves, so they're constantly
Probably
looking
that's,
to have
yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they will
Yeah.
tell you whatever lie just to have
Just
someone,
to,
just to have
uh,
somebody there. I mean, there was a guy that was talking to me one time that said he had a girl that lived in LA that was coming to service him every weekend.
wow.
But he's toasting me. John, it is crazy. Now I come ask and say, wait, I don't understand. You they pay her for the service. He said no. I said, so you are okay with her coming to service? Now, woman, they do this thing with her being another creature. He said, no, now woman. I say, you sure say that woman not like you? He said, no, they don't talk about her. It's strictly service business. I said, and you are
And
not
then,
paying her.
but
He
then,
said, yes.
he's looking for a girlfriend, somebody
Exactly.
to
Now,
date.
I say, so what you can
Does
they
it?
look for? Now
Man,
I
I'm
come answer.
confused.
I say, so
Oh
what
my
you can
God.
they look for? What you they find? He say he want somebody meaningful, somebody
Ah,
real woman. That's it. So the one you deal with not be real woman. Make me understand.
I tell you one
Hmm.
story. I tell you one story, Omoye. When after my secondary school, right? So during the time I was doing jam, before I got into school, there was this guy. My parents, so me, I don't they like all these matchmaking. It's
Mm-hmm.
fine if you don't tell me, but once you tell me, it's just disgusting. I just don't want it. So that day, I remember that day I was home. I would have been like 19, 18, 19 then. So I was home. And my mother just came and said, come on, there's one man that is coming. They say he want to marry. Already my belly just had to turn me. And I said to myself, I say, so mommy and daddy, now so they hate me rich. So they just want to, if they don't want me in this house, they should just let me know. Let me can just pack my load, they go. What one has my age? You're telling me somebody is coming to marry? What? I don't
Mm.
understand this. So I'm from Onitsha, right?
Right.
And and parents, the guy too is from there. So I was feeling so bad and so bitter and so I don't even know how to explain the way I was feeling. The guy just came. Now I was 18 going to 19. This
Mm-hmm.
guy was in his 30s, right?
Oh my God.
So yeah, he was in his 30s. So My younger sister then, my sister said, because that one, I'm the very quiet one. My sister, the one after me, she's mad. She said, you know what, Obi, you know what we do? You just can hide when he comes. I will be the one to face him. Don't worry. I say, okay. So he came. He doesn't know. He just heard that my father, that we have girls and, it's a good family. You should go there. So he just said, they just told him, maybe if you go, you should ask for the older one. And whoever told him my name. He's never seen me before. So he came to the house and he said, so he met my sister. So my sister just said, oh, come in, come in, come in, came in inside the sitting room. So they were just having conversation, me from the door, and I went and I started looking at this person. I stood there for, I don't even know, it seemed like hours. Maybe it was just a minute. I was just looking at this guy. I don't know who he is. The annoyance, I'm good, God love him. I'm sure he's a good person. But just that fact that I was told somebody was, I say, so when, after a while, my sister came out. She said to me, are you ready to go in now? I said, yeah. So she went back in again. She got him drinks and they were just there talking. And the guy just relaxed, thinking it was the OB that he was talking to, not knowing it's the wrong sister. You understand? So after a while, I can't remember, there was something he said. And my sister said, oh, sorry, was it OB you're looking for? Oh, sorry, no, I'm for my OB is not around. He said, oh, did she go far? Not far, but she will be back very soon. So after a while, my sister came out. So when I thought I was ready, she went back in, and then I came in to just say hello to her, like as I was just getting back into the house. And my sister said, "Oh, hi, this is somebody looking for you." I said, "Me?" I looked at him like, "Do I know you from anything?" He was just like, "Hey, don't worry." So I remember when he started telling. So my sister left, and I sat down, and I was like, "Yes, can I help you? I don't understand." So he started telling me story of how he's ready to get married. I was looking at this man, and he was telling me all this. I can't remember half of what he said, but I remember the first thing I asked him. I said, "Don't you have a girlfriend?" That's the first thing I asked him. I said, "Don't you have a girlfriend?" He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "Yeah, he had a girlfriend. He lived in Lagos at the time." So I said, "Yeah, he had a girlfriend." I said, "So all this while, that was the thing that I kept thinking. Because me, I'm a woman. I can't imagine a man doing that to me. You understand? So you have a girlfriend. And then, but you want to marry somebody that is from your village, from your place. So you came home to that thing was pissing me off. I was like,
Oh,
so you have a
oh
girlfriend?"
yeah,
So he
it
said,
happens.
yeah, but he said, but he's a Yoruba girl I'm dating. So then that thing pissed me off. I was like, seriously? I started yelling on this. I started screaming at this man. Screaming. The guy just got up and left. And I was so happy thinking that was it. The next day, this guy came back again
Of course, now
until
because
I
he
told
was
him.
looking for
And
something.
I looked, yeah, and I looked at him and I said to him, I said, come, we are like, I don't know how many generations apart we are, like generations apart. Like, how do you think, how do you think this is going to work? Do you understand? I'm sure there are other families that have girls. You can go there, don't come back again.
I
That was it. I just
want
said
to
that story because of
address,
what you said.
yeah, I want to address this Marriott's comment. Everything is geared towards lowering women's standards, and some 2022 women are falling for it in the name of sex positivity. That's exactly what the problem is.
That's
Exactly,
true.
Marriott, you
Yeah.
nailed it. All these things that some of these men are is just to lower women. So if you are not careful, you will end up just going rolling around with them. You will be rolling in the mud together. That's what they are doing. Women, you have to be very careful. Set your standards and keep it.
Yeah.
Don't lower it for any man that is coming to feel because he's a man. No, do not lower your standards. If you care to hear, do not. These people ojoro, they want to drink their milk the cow. They want to milk it for free. Don't. Even though you are not a cow, that's not a good analogy, but you get my drift. Egosa says, but it depends,
Yeah.
Sha. For me, there are no strict rules in dating. I don't care why on my first date, moved in together 2 months later, and we're together for 7 years until 2019. Wait a minute, Egosa. Wait.
7 years.
May I read this thing again?
I
There are
can't.
no school. You don't carry one
I
on
don't know how
first
to
day.
date somebody.
You
I don't know how
moved
to
in
date.
together 2 months later, and you were together for. So it took you 7 years to realize until 2000, and that means you guys broke up. I'm assuming. No, let me go. Maybe you put another comment. Una break up, Egosa. Wait. Okay, they are asking him question. Why didn't you marry her? Uh-huh. The lady is doing maintenance. Marriott na maintenance the girl dey come do every weekend o.
Hey, no be
Ọlọ́run ní
small
jẹ́ ká
maintenance.
rí bí. Na
No be small.
maintenance
But
now.
honestly, I can't. I
Marriage
don't know
is
how
not.
to date somebody
Go
for
ahead.
a
You
long,
said
long time. Yes, I don't know how
me.
to do
I lie
dating.
lie.
I
It's not a
don't know how
good
to
thing.
do that. Can't
The
do.
man,
I
a
don't
man
know.
always knows what he wants from the beginning. If you now know,
Oh.
forget. Not even data past 1 year. Move on. Marriage is not always the end result. Dating and living together for 7 years was as good as. Oh, so you did not marry her, Egosa? Wow, you didn't need a piece of paper to validate what you shared together. Are you kidding me?
No.
So the woman allowed you to
Sorry.
date her for 7 years.
Just 7 years.
I blame the woman. No.
That's time wasted, man.
What?
That's time wasted.
But you know,
7
Augusta,
years.
there's it's so it every it's wrong on so many levels. If you moved in with her 2 months later, right? It took you less time. You guys moved in together. You see why moving in with a guy is not a good thing? Ladies, are you hearing this? Augusta don't call himself out now. You see why it's not good to move in with a guy. You can't do that. You gotta stay in your lane. My goodness. The men need you just as you need them. You have to understand that. But you must meet at a place of respect for each other. 7 good years ago, sir. Think about this. Oh my God. Hi. Anyway, now the girl, Obiajuju say we need to discuss ego. You know, say I shocked her lies now. I just dey read the Egosa comment. I shock. 7 whole years. That's an anniversary. Mario says, is she the one who didn't want to marry? Sorry, what do you say?
No, I said that they would have been a 5-year-old child somewhere there.
I'm telling
7.
you. 7. I go don't born 2 children. Are you kidding? You gonna take care of 2 children by now. She's the one who did. Is she the one that didn't want to marry, or were you the one who came up with the piece of paper? That's a good question, Mario. That's a fantastic question. Should a man keep a chick for years without marriage, and should the chick stay? Why would she stay? Unless that she wants. Okay, Egosa says we loved each other intensely, but we're not compatible in so many ways. In 7
For
freaking
7
years, Egosa.
7 years.
You don't chop clean maths now. 7. My world. Oh my God. Ladies, do not date a guy for this long, please. Time is of the essence. My God. Not even just because of biological clock. There's so many things you could be doing with your life, not being partnered up. Ay. Yeah, the same. Egosa, exactly. Miriam say it took you 7 years and regular sex to realize this. Exactly, Egosa. The girl they give you pekus for free. You can't realize after 7 years. Oh my God. Hi, Egosa, you be my brother. You just fall my hand, oh. It's classic. Marriott, very classic. Egosa say, honestly, we both had a thinking where marriage was not a thing we're as good as. My goodness, Egosa, forget that thing. Throw away that thing when you did talk. Which you mean we're both thinking, which kind this thing be that one? Egosa, you be my brother, but one more you fall my hand, oh. Ojoro. Na real Ojoro Marriott. Ojoro women, are you hearing me? Hey, if I can just shout now, don't let a man collect your pekus for free for 7 years.
And you know what they will say? Why will I pay for the car when I can get the milk free?
Do you understand?
I'm sure.
Men
Yeah, I'm
get
sure that was what
very,
happened.
yes, they get relaxed.
Gosh.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Eh? Eh? Hey, Mirabel, welcome, my darling. Welcome. Good to see you. Are you kidding me? Egosa, you be my brother. You just for my hand. Hey, I didn't believe for half a second she didn't want to be married. Exactly. She didn't want to be. There's no woman that does not want to be married if you are from the neck of our wood, because we understand the importance of marriage. In our African context, we have an understanding of what, especially in Nigeria. Are you kidding me? 7 years old, Odindi, 7 years. Egosa, Egosa, let me cry. 7 years of freak makus. Hey, ew. Eh?
No strings attached.
I don't believe she didn't want women in such situations say to stay, save their face. Exactly. If you propose,
Yeah.
it would have been a yes. Yes. Egosa, they try to fight himself out of this situation. You can't, Egosa, you can't. No, sisters, the issue is this. Even if we were married, we would have divorced. After 7 years, why you not marry divorce after the 7 years? At least
Abi?
get 2 children for don't day.
Exactly.
Hey, Egosa. Hey, go so you fuck. Oh, if they pay me, say that my brother for my hand like this. Eh? And they judge am. Forget that thing, Obiajulu. I judge my brother. Go say I judge you. I judge you. What? Eh? That one a different thing. Now, Mirabel, they go discuss and say they want to be common law partners. Eh? They go don't discuss. Even Africa, they do traditional marriage now. Some people they marry, they go just stay together, no marriage, no ceremony, nothing.
Mm-mm.
That's a common law marriage now. Eh? Even the
That's
law
a born pikin.
recognizes it. Yeah. I mentioned, I mentioned in another platform that I'm writing a book about love and based on which life story of this one, Egosa, of 7 years.
7
Not
years.
try yourself, oh. No, try. Which love and compatibility on this story where you just share it? Don't let me. I think I'll fight you for this comment.
Oh God.
Egosa, oh, you form my hand. Which life story you want, right? But if she was the one who broke up with me. She not be she broke up with you now. Now she break up with you. Now she break up with you. Egosa. Hey, oh God, don't be a bar. You just form my oh my God. I can't stop laughing. What? Are you kidding me? See line. Mario say see line. When you go submit the woman he truly wants, he's willing. He'll be quick to lock it down. She broke up
Yeah,
with you
that's
because her
true.
expectations
That's true.
weren't met. Exactly. Please put that in that book. I'm telling you, Egosa, when you read that book, bring a Koyeme will critique her. Bring a Koyeme will critique that book. You can't just write book on top of somebody, on top of our woman folk pain. No, bring it here. Let's critique you. My mom never wanted to be married and she stayed that way. I beg, Egosa, leave that thing. Oh. Hey, Usalobwa. She's the love of your life. Which love of your life? After
Why did you
you
let
don't
her
leave
go
and
then?
they say now your love of your I tell be
Why
love
did you
of
let
your life.
her go?
So be you thought so now not they compatible. Which one you they talk, Egosa?
He's trying to save face somewhere. Yeah, sorry.
Egosa, where you did?
He's trying to
I'm coming
save
to.
face.
I will
The
buy a
love of
ticket to
your
come and fight with you with khaki. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Oh, Mirabel is true now. Oh my God. I'm in shock. My heart is broken on behalf of that girl. What? Miriam says my aunt is in a common law relationship with her partner in Nigeria. They are coming up to 30 years.
Wow.
Not accidentally not married. Like, exactly. They have common law marriages in Nigeria. Common law. People just marry, no ceremony, nothing. right? They get married to each other,
Mm-hmm.
and they live together and they stay together. The court or the law recognizes it. Ego Sabe, leave that thing. Not preach about love and compatibility. I dey verse for you. I dey verse. I'm pumping. Why didn't you fix it? Maybe say, why did you not fix it? She left after 7 years. Oh my God. Year of completion. No.
Yes, completion.
Ego sir, come and explain to us. Thank you for calling me, because my heart is broken all over
It's
again.
good to hear from him.
Welcome.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good to hear from him.
Ego sir, what happened to your network now? Abeg, call him. We want to hear. Ego sir, can you hear us? Are you on mute? Hello, Ego sir, we can't hear you. Obiajulu, can you hear him?
No, I can't.
Ego sir, we know they hear you. Hello?
Is he on mute?
Okay, it's gone out again. I don't know. I think something with his audio.
Okay. Explain himself.
Yeah. What happened though? Egosa, what happened to your audio? I better call back. We really want to hear. We want to get your perception on why 7 years. My God. Please, we want to hear. I better call me. Nobody is judging you except me, your sister here, that is judging. Unbreak. We are begging you, Egosa, please unbreak our hearts. Oh my God, Egosa, don't set this life on fire. Egosa, please call him. We want to hear your perception. Oh, it's very important. We need to hear this story. Please, we are waiting for you. No, take your time. We are waiting. He's saying will come in 2 seconds. I beg, we might hear this story, because my own heart is broken now for the girls. 7 years. Please come and break our hearts. Salobua. Hey, 7 years. Yeah.
Don't get like 2 children or so.
I go down born 2, 3 children.
Yeah.
I go say you dey hear us.
Hello.
Your audio.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening? We really want to hear you. Absolutely, Marriott. Women need firm boundaries with men. I'm telling you that they are not married to you. You have to. Otherwise, they will just turn you into washcloth. Come on. Set boundaries, set rules. A man doesn't make up his mind within a year. What is he waiting for? That man already knows what he wants from the jump, guys. I kid you not. Men always know what they want. They know. They know whether they want to chop and clean mouth. They know whether they want to just have somebody just for the sake of it. They know exactly what they want. Don't treat them like babies, please. If any man is coming to you and he's not coming straight, it's okay if you want the same thing as he does. If you want whatever it is that he's looking for and you want the same thing, no problem. But make sure you make sure you keep your boundaries firm and you know what you want. It will prevent all of this. Egosa, we can't hear you. I don't know whether it's your audio. Exactly, Obiajulu, accountability. Exactly. Yeah. 1 year. If you never within that 1 year, you never know the direction where they go. Jackpa, cut it off and move on.
Ah,
Don't waste
thank
your
God.
time. Use and take develop yourself instead. And when I say develop yourself, it's not just in education alone. Just they go school, they go school, they go school. No. Build your self-worth, meaning look inwards, develop your self-confidence, your self-esteem, create your own peace. Do you understand? Create your own peace, build on your wisdom bank. You understand? Develop as a human being. It's not just in education alone. If
Mm.
that's what you want to do career-wise, please go ahead. But find things that that are dear to you. Focus on your purpose. Be purpose driven, not man driven. Man go come. Man, I guarantee you for free. They will come and you have options. Now you go know which one do I want now? Who should I go with? Should I go with this person or should I'm telling you for free,
Yeah, for
girls,
plenty
ladies,
options.
there
Yeah,
go plenty. Now you go come dey say no, I don't like
plenty
as this
options.
man. This man get bad temper. I no sure say me and him go fit
Mm-mm.
work. Now you go come dey. I'm telling you guys for free. Don't set firm boundaries. It even helps with your mental health.
Health,
It
exactly. No,
helps.
it's true. It does
It helps with your mental health and
a
your
lot.
body will, yeah, and your body is protected. You are not allowing somebody come
Exactly.
and dump on you like a lavatory. Like a lavatory. I'm telling you, seriously.
Waste
No.
disposal.
Hey, finally. Oh, Ovio, welcome on board.
Okay,
This is
I'm
good.
I'm using my phone. I was trying with the laptop. It was not going. I don't know what
Okay.
was happening.
Okay, this
Is
is
the phone
better.
okay? Oh,
Yeah, it's okay. It's so good to hear your voice. I know you've been a part of this channel. This is the first time I'm hearing your voice. Thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure to have
thank
you.
you.
Let me greet you very well, my brother. Welcome. So, come explain to us, whoa, because our hearts are broken. Unbreak our hearts, according to
Okay,
Obiagulu.
okay.
How 7 years? 7 years. You
No,
know it to be
no.
7 years. Oh, no, it big go.
I
Oh yeah, we
I
are
know
there.
time. I know time flies, right? From the November 2012 to June 2019. Yeah. Okay. 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 See, right? For me, there's a clear difference between. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Thank you.
Okay. There's a clear difference between love and compatibility because for me, my own reasoning is that love alone cannot sustain a relationship. The two of us, we loved each other so much, so much, but the compatibility wasn't there. We liked different things. You understand, right? We're both students. I was of a social sciences. She was in the medical field, but that's not an issue anyway. But in a lot of things, you understand, because and I think that we rushed into the relationship because once we saw each other, it was love at first sight. You understand?
Okay.
That was what happened. That's
Mhm.
why I said that we had Kirewa the first day because the chemistry was just so strong. So we kind of like we moved on so fast together, thinking that love would sustain the relationship. So we kept giving it a try. We kept giving it a try, you understand? But these are two people who were not meant for each other in so many ways. Where we love each other so much, but we were not compatible. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
yeah,
I understand that. Yeah, love and
yeah. Then
compatibility is different. Go ahead. Yes.
then the marriage issue is that I came I am from a school of thought where, okay, marriage is good. My younger brother is married. Marriage is good, but I was not really thinking about that. Not because she wasn't good enough. No, not because she wasn't good enough. Like I said, we love each other, but because we were already living together as a couple. So that's why I'm saying that we didn't allow we didn't kind of like see we didn't have the necessity to rush to one council or wherever to sign that piece of paper because we were just good the way we were. You see,
Okay,
it never, yeah,
let me ask you.
it never, yeah. Go on, please. Go on, please. Yeah.
Let me ask you one question, Egusa. So you guys were both in school when you met, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, what year were you in, and what year was she in?
I was doing my master's, and she was in the medical school.
In medical school. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys were dating for in that did it have to take 7 years for you to realize that you guys were not compatible? Because I understand the difference between love and compatibility, but it would
Yes.
necessarily not have to have taken you 7 years. You should have known that in the first year, even going into the second year, and say, hey babe, I love you, but it's not working.
Okay, we thought that, okay, from my personal experience, and I think she also thought that, from my personal experience, honestly, Omoye, I thought that love was the only thing that could keep that relationship together. But honestly, I was wrong, and she was as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
thought that, we thought, and believe you me, in that 7 years, we broke up, she'll move out. 3 months later, she'll come back. She'll move out.
Okay.
6 months later, she'll come back because we couldn't just live without each other because the love was so strong. And later on, emotional abuse starts setting into the picture because
Okay.
of that lack of compatibility. You understand? Okay, for example, okay. Now here is one of the biggest difference. Here is one of the biggest conflict. I am an introvert and
Okay.
she's an extrovert. So now you can see where so many things might be going wrong in the relationship, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a clear example. And believe you me, she too, she about the marriage issue because sisters in the family were like all going they were all kind of shocked that wow, how could she give herself for that long without getting married? She came from a background where marriage is not a thing. Where marriage is not a
Okay.
thing. She's not
Okay.
Nigerian.
Okay.
She's not that typical Nigerian lady where marriage is a do. She came from that background where marriage is not a thing. Whether if she's married, fine. She's not married, fine. So that's what I'm saying, that it was not something we knew that we will last forever. We knew that we will be there for forever. We knew that
Mm-hmm.
we were in that relationship. We were in that relationship without having the intention of breaking up. No,
Okay.
no. Yeah.
So Egosa, do you understand why everyone is shouting? Because Marriott is saying 4 years, unko, 6 years. Because the truth is, the way I understand that there's some women, and depending on where she comes from, that also plays a huge
Mhm.
it also plays a huge part as well. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you for free, right?
Yeah.
Even if you are dating a woman that is not from our culture per se, let's say not Nigerian, not
Mhm.
African, or even in some African societies, marriage is not a big deal to them. But I want you to take this with you, right?
Mhm.
Anytime you're dating a woman, okay, because as a man, men are very, very realistic, and men know, the majority of the men know exactly the direction that they want to go in and who they want to be with. If in the first year you're feeling like, man, this girl is not, just have a conversation and move on. Never keep a woman longer than a year, two max. I tell you for free, even if no be from the same culture. Because what happens is when you do that, she might not tell you, but inside she go, they resent you, but she no go tell you, you will never know. So you will go on with your life thinking everything is okay, you guys have moved on, there's no issue. But deep down, that woman may resent you. Depending, a lot of women have that going on. And sometimes when they have issues
Mhm.
with trauma, these things come up.
Mhm.
Okay. So the reason why we're shouting is because
Yeah.
typically when a man wants to date you, even men from here, men from that are not from our culture, when they meet a woman and they're dating the woman, the moment they sense that something is not aligning properly, whether they have chopped and cleaned mouth or not, whether they've kerewad you or they've not kerewad, they will tell you straight up and move on.
Yeah.
So this is the reason why we're yelling, because women typically, the way society don't make women complacent about these things, and usually now most men then create these scenarios. Some men, they break women to make them feel like, say, this is the best place you can be, so those women go despise their own needs just to stay with that person. They
Absolutely.
stay with you. Meanwhile, they are not really happy. That was why there now became emotional abuse in that relationship that you're talking about. I tell you for free, now that one, deep down, if you dig them, you go find out, say, the girl, they resent you, or emotional abuse they occur because the woman is not satisfied. You are not telling.
I get you 100%, and thank you so much for that. But in our own case, right, we were kind of like, okay, let's finish school, you understand, because her medical school is 6 years. Then she was planning on immediately after 6 years she'll go now to specialization. She wanted to just move on. She didn't want to end as a GP. She wanted to move on to specialize. So she had a lot of years for studying rather than even settling down or maybe on marriage or making a baby. And I was fine with it because I'm not a traditional African man. My thinking also kind of like evolved in a good way, though. I'm not negating our or looking down on our African tradition, but I wasn't that kind of like so much in a hurry, because even my younger brother got married before me. I know in our tradition it's kind of like a taboo for a younger brother to get married.
Right.
The elder brother. But I told him, please go ahead. Even my mom said, hey, please go ahead, do your thing. I don't want to hold anybody hostage, that I must get married first before any other person. So that's my kind of thinking. So we had a lot of things to accomplish first before the marriage thing. But seriously, it was a very, very serious relationship where both families knew each other. We go on holidays together and all those things. Yeah, it was very serious.
Right. I mean, the fact that you guys were both students, I can see why you could have had a very long relationship. Right. Everybody in the comment section, I think you guys have to agree. When you're in school, one person is doing medicine and the other, so you can easily see, why the relationship could have been that long. So let's cut. So on this note, as a sister, I'm cutting you some slack because of that, because of the fact that she was in med school and it was a long time. But in the real life, please do not do it. So some people have questions for you in the comment section. Obiajulu was asking, where is she from? I think he said she's not Nigerian. He said now Yibo. Now Yibo.
Okay. No. Okay. The truth is she's Nigerian, but she wasn't born in Nigeria. Yeah.
Okay, now Nigerian, but the Nigerian thing, they are blood. Lead that thing. We know our people.
No, she wasn't. One of her parents is from Nigeria, and the other one is from abroad.
Okay.
But she wasn't born in Nigeria. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So by a phone call, okay, Miriam. So it be like say we don't. Okay, so they are saying they forgive you. Obiajulu say we forgive you. So
no, because the marriage thing, and the marriage thing was not as if I didn't want it. We were just living. We were just taking our lives, day by day. Yeah.
Right.
It was not as if I didn't want it or she didn't want it. We were just living as the day comes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
And believe me, yeah. That's why I'm emphasizing on compatibility, because sometimes, Okay. Before you leave, right? There's something you said at the beginning that between 1 or 2 years. Before 1 or 2 years, a man knows what he wants already. And the mistake we made is that we knew deep down that we were not compatible, but we thought the love could sustain us. And I'm saying this, it was both ways. So that is why we broke up. In these 7 years, we broke up about 10 times.
Wow.
Yes,
Exactly.
and we'll
I cannot.
reconcile.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll go come back. Me too. I'll even move in with her. Blah blah blah. Very soon we'll fight. I'll move back. We'll stay for about 4 months. No talking. Blah blah blah. You understand? At a point, I even started dating somebody for like 3 months.
Yeah.
She came, chased her away, chased like physically, like chased her away.
Wow.
Moved in. Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't like. Yeah, that's why I'm saying that I'm writing a book about it. So we were not compatible at all. We were not compatible. Yeah, we love each other. That's why I said that she's the love of my life, but there was no compatibility. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Man,
At the end of the day, love cannot
it's
sustain a
not enough.
relationship. No,
Right.
no, love is not enough, and that is why most of these, for example, celebrities, right, sisters,
Yeah.
celebrities, if they divorce, why is it that we always hear from these celebrities after they divorce, they'll be like, but I'll always love him. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
We will stay
Ah,
friends. We are
right.
friends. They are getting the divorce, but they'll make a statement out there. I always love him, or I always love her. We'll remain friends forever. And so, if you
Mm-hmm.
love her, or if you guys are friends, why didn't you stay married? You understand? So this is where the issue of compatibility steps in.
Compatibility comes in. Right. So,
Yeah.
but in your
Mhm.
case, right, if I can piggyback
Yeah.
on your story that you shared with us now,
Yes.
you knew, both of you knew deep down, because there's always a knowing between people. That's why I
Yes.
find it difficult when
Yes.
people say, "Oh, I didn't know." Not lie. Deep
Yeah.
down,
You know
there
that
was
this thing is not
something.
heading anywhere.
Yeah, it's not
But
there.
you fight
And
for it. You fight for it. Fight for it.
exactly.
And we saw each other fighting for it for 7 years. That's what happened. Yeah.
Aha. Exactly.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
because you ignored that first knowing, that
Yeah.
inclination to know, it now
Yeah.
became, it transferred into other issues within. This is what happens even with
Yeah.
celebrity marriages. They know deep down that, okay, this thing is just fly by the moment. It really is not the real thing, because you know the real thing when it's
Yes.
around you, because we've been
Exactly.
given that rare ability by the
Yeah.
creator to know, right?
It is
So
exactly. Hmm.
and again, because also you guys watched him carry wide immediately, so that would
Yeah.
cover your eyes will be filled with emotion. You'll be seeing flowers on each other's
Yeah. Of
head,
course.
you
That love at
know.
first sight was the love at first sight was
Eh,
it was so strong. Yeah. It was so strong. So we thought
exactly.
we thought that would sustain the relationship, but it couldn't.
Exactly. You
Hmm.
think, oh, this is it, and all of that. So because you didn't take the time to kind of get to know each other a little bit more, to probe each other a little bit more, this thing could have been put to rest within a few months or even weeks.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
You
You're
know,
so right.
you
Hmm.
so it's a lesson though. I mean, however, we no loss, no nothing lost here. It's just a
Yeah.
lesson. But I beg my brother, whether you are with somebody outside, somebody within, know this and know peace. You don't want any woman to carry you in their innermost thoughts. You don't,
Hmm.
trust me.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
want to be free of all of that and just
Hmm.
cut yourself free completely from it, because you know what, somebody that's your own is your own, and you would
Yeah.
know when you
Yeah.
meet that person that, okay, this person, there's something, even though, and you might not necessarily love the person. That's the trick. You might not
Yeah.
necessarily love the person first take. You might just be talking, I bet I not like I stay they doing here. See, I see your plat thread. Now thread mate the you will see something, you understand what I say. But
Yeah.
something inside you go, they tell you, say, bros, this is what you need. Not
Hmm.
that one they are thinking of that has weave on of $1 million. And shout out to those wearing weave on. I'm not laughing at you. This is just an example. More than not come for
Yeah.
me, say, oh my hair is preaching against weave on. No, but you get my drift. But I
Yeah.
mean, hey, I appreciate you coming to share the story. All the women you have unbroken my heart. You have unbroken
Yeah. I needed
Obiajumi's
I, I
heart.
I needed to explain this. Those things I were writing couldn't have been
Yeah,
enough. I needed to
That's
call. I
true.
needed to make this call. Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. And then Marion says some women, that's the truth. See what happens. Some of the damaged women roaming the streets hurting good men are usually from these types of relationships. So you see why they go carry on, because women, when they put something inside them, that they carry on through, and it applies to men as well, right? So
Mm.
the hurt person when you know hurt them.
Yeah.
You do not
That's
end up hurting people that did not hurt them. Meanwhile, I don't know where they come from. I don't know where they go. As
Yeah,
meeting,
because
that's why I
someone like
meet
me,
you.
you hear me sometimes, like immediately they broke up. You hear me sometimes say, "I'll never love again. I'll never love again." So,
Aha.
so yeah, many people are saying that I can never love anybody again. Because they are
Aha.
hurt. Just imagine me taking this kind of mentality into my next relationship. It's going to be another disaster as well. Because how can I be with somebody without loving them? You understand?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a very this man and woman thing. Only God now understand them.
Is
But
exactly.
now only God understand them. But I also know that because he's creator and he knows all things, right? He's put that knowledge within us that he has hidden for you to know who the original is and who the fake is. But
Yeah.
because we're attracted by what we see, what we hear, depending if you're a man or woman, by what we hear, what we see, or whatever. But outside of that, if you sit quietly, even if say, for instance, I be woman, I see man, I say I like the way they talk, I like a very intelligent man, they put the word together very correctly and all of that. But in my quiet time, if I sit down and listen to what my heart is saying deep down, you go tell me somewhere, forget that thing. All that English when they speak, now for in pocket. You see this
Yeah.
one, you are not going until we learn and get used to doing that. We will avoid unnecessary accidents. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have experiences, because personally I believe that people come into your life for a reason, but you have to figure out what role they're coming to play, because everyone
Absolutely.
has use. Some people are leaves on the tree, some people are branches, some people are for a short time, some people are for a long time. But you got to recognize the short time ones and say, okay, this one was here for a purpose, and the person has delivered what they need to deliver to me. Now I got to move forward.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can't you can't dismiss experiences, but know the original and know yourself and know peace. And you can't judge by, oh, the person looks so good. Yeah, it looks so good. Is it for you though?
Yeah.
It might look so
Exactly.
good, but it's for
And
someone
yeah,
else.
exactly. And yeah, the person may look so good, but the person may be for somebody else. You understand?
Yes,
And I'm not
yes.
talking about and the issues in relationship are not even the big things like the DVs and all those things. For example, like I said earlier on, I'm an introvert. For example, right? I'm an introvert.
Mhm.
He's an extrovert. Okay, let's say okay, then introvert, we don't like crowds. We don't like
Right.
parties. And for me, if I'm with five is a crowd. Highest three people, four. If it's start getting to five, it's a crowd. I get uncomfortable and I just want to leave. You see,
Mm.
yeah, but for her, for example, she wants to go to parties and blah blah. Oh, now you don't want to go out with me. I'm not good enough. La, 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 la. You're not caring. You understand all those things. But you're dating an introvert.
Mm.
You understand? It's an example, one of the things you understand.
Right.
But you're dating an introvert, so it cannot work out. We love each other so much, but it can't work because I'm not the nightclub type, the going out type. I love sitting at home watching my TV, and I like to hang out at home. That's me. I'm not
Yeah.
an outdoor I'm not an outdoor person, but she's an outdoor person. She wants to go there. She wants to travel on holidays or go here, go there. Me, I'm not that kind of person. So that's one of the places where I'm saying that we were not compatible. So if
Right.
My
for
brother,
example, you
sorry
don't
to
want to,
cut you.
yeah,
Sorry to cut you off,
yeah,
but I just wanted to say, do you know there's always a compromise somewhere? Sometimes I know you were saying that both
I
of
do
you are
sometimes,
very different, but sometimes there's always a
yeah,
compromise from your side and from her side as well. I understand when you say you're an introvert. I am an introvert myself, but it still wouldn't just to show the person that you love them. There are certain things you do. Do you understand? Just out of your own comfort zone, just to show them that you appreciate them and you love them. So I just wanted to
I
say
do that
that sometimes.
sometimes. I do that sometimes. I do that sometimes. A lot of times, but not. But sometimes, if you're not in a mood, you're not in a mood. You understand? If you're not in a mood for something, you're
Right.
not in a mood. And sometimes, I'm somebody. I cannot make myself uncomfortable to make somebody else happy. It can't work.
You know
Yeah.
what? Rosa,
Mhm.
that girl not be your own. That's just it. Because the truth is,
Exactly.
person will be your own, you go make compromises for the person. You when they talk now, say I'm an introvert, I'm an introvert, I'm an introvert. If you can't end up with person will be extrovert, where the love and compatibility, according to I won't use Mirabe, Professor Colin now. Let come and mentor us. She said love and compatibility are actually different. However, love can enable compatibility. So when you deal with the person will match you, your type,
Mhm.
right? It
Mhm.
go enable them. Meaning that you will not find yourself, even though you know we do them all the time, and that person is going to understand that this is the type of guy I have, and he doesn't really like this. But because you care enough about her, she really wants you to be around, you will make adjustments. You will say, okay, I'll just go with her. This is what she likes. You find yourself doing those things for her. Sometimes it's going to get to a point where it will require work, but that person will accept, say, yeah, this Egusa guy, he's an introvert, he doesn't really like a lot of this, so I'm not going to push it on him, you know.
Yeah.
So the thing be say that our sister when you first follow, no be am. If to say na we for not dey talk all this one right now, maybe
Yeah.
una na wedding bells for don ring gbagam. Asoebi, you don born one pikin right now,
Yeah.
so
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. And the reason why I'm seriously, for me personally, carry wine too early is terrible idea. They confuse people, they put people, they create false emotions. So when you not see,
Mhm.
instead of you to see the thing you're supposed to see, you know go they see them, because you've
That's true.
already, your energies don't exchange, you know, don't enter each other. So
Mhm. Love
yeah,
in general, love in general, in this kind of state. That's why I don't like sometimes. I don't really like this love at first sight things because it will make you blind to a lot of things. Where
yeah, it's a
before,
trick.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
trick.
where before your eyes won't open, you've gone so far. You understand? You've gone
Yeah.
so far because sometimes, okay, my eye go open. Say around 2 years into it, 1 year into it, my eye don't open. Then you see yourself, oh, okay, 2012 to 2014. Let's just give this a try. You keep pushing, you keep pushing. By the time you know it, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, you understand? And time flies. I'm telling you, time flies because you be like, oh, okay, let me compromise in this, let me compromise for this, let me just compromise in doing this. But by the time you know it, it's 5, 6, 7 years. You see,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And again, Mirabel, now your comment I get today now, because we have recognized you as the specialist in the house. Mirabel say compatibility is important. However, they say opposite attracts, which is true. Opposites do attract. So you be introvert, you'll be attracted to an extrovert. You could be. You understand?
And
So
that's how
that
my life is. Yeah, that's how my life
uh-huh.
is, and I don't understand why. I don't just understand.
That's why opposites attract. That's why
Yeah,
people in
yeah.
relationships have a middle ground and make compromises. Exactly. So when
And
you,
if you
that's why
see
it's,
me, and if you
mm,
see me, you will hardly know that I'm an introvert. If I don't tell you, you'll never know. From the
mm,
if you see me walking down the street, you never know the way I dress, the way the way I like that is I'm not a quiet type. I relate and all those things. Understand?
right,
You will never know. But 6 o'clock, I'm indoors. I
right.
don't I don't I don't honor invitations to parties. You don't see me clubbing and all those things. But if you see me in the afternoon walking down the street, you can never tell. You just
Oh,
can never tell
okay.
unless I tell somebody like
Mm-hmm.
now. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then
Mhm.
she says, and when people are not willing to compromise, they have to be willing to come to an acceptance, accept that they're both individuals and don't have to do things together. So that's the other option. So let's say you
Yeah.
meet someone that you really like, that you want in your life, and I'm not talking about this
Hmm.
butterfly rushed kind of love. Oh. Like you
Yeah.
don't settle down, think and say, okay, this person makes sense to me now. Let me talk to this person. Let's address, you know. So when you sit down and talk to the person, and you both confirmed in your minds that okay, this is who I want to be with, then you can now, you know, talk to each other and say, okay, this is me. I like to do. I'm an introvert. This is what kind of things that I don't want to be bothered
Hmm.
by. This you come to a conversation. You have conversations about it, and you both decide. You guys can have your individual lives, but love each other still, and still be able to stay together and
Yeah.
grow together and become the most beautiful relationships. I personally am one of those people that believe in people in a husband and woman does not have to sleep in the same bedroom. That's just me. Now, when I say it, some people think I'm crazy, but that's just me. I want to have my own room. It's not a crime. I want to have my own bedroom. I want to have scents. I'm a candle person. I like scents and
Hmm.
all of that. So I want to. And again, maybe I fart at night. And I don't want
Yeah.
my husband to be hearing me while I'm farting
Or
or
maybe
having all
somebody
those
snores.
or
Hmm.
snores or stuff like that. So
Yeah.
this is me, right? So, but when I say people think this girl is crazy, you understand? So you have to find somebody when you go understand that one. Say, okay,
That
this woman
exactly. Hmm.
is not a regular, no one cling to you. Another person where they and one person hold me for night. I hate, I can't stand. Leave
Oh
me
yeah, yeah. Oh
the
no,
heck
no.
alone.
Yeah, yeah. I want to sleep. Like I cuddle. But if it's time to sleep, just sleep. I'll just turn. I want to sleep now. Leave me alone.
Ehen.
That's
So
me.
people
Yeah.
have
Mhm.
exactly. So people, you
Yeah.
just have to understand yourself enough to know these things. That made me to say there's no one size fits all in any type of relationship, in marriage, in whether you're there's no one size fits all. People want different things in relationships, right? As
Yeah.
long as it works for both parties, who are you to judge? Who are we to judge?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Some people like to go on holiday. Some people like to go they like to go on yachts. They like to go on what's it called? This crossing the ocean. What do they call it now? You people should help me. I forget what it's called. Where people pay, enter a ship, and then you go cruise. You
Cruise.
go on a
Hmm.
cruise, and
Yeah.
I don't like cruises. I'm not interested in cruises. You can't pay me enough to go on a cruise.
Me
You
too.
can't. Do
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
understand? So
Uh-huh.
people are people are people. You can't use your own way of doing things to judge another person. Just like
Yeah.
Obiajulu K just said now, there are compromises. Like you can like somebody enough to say, okay, even though I don't like, maybe your woman is going to watch a girly movie when that's
Yeah.
also cry movie. Yeah,
Hmm.
then she wants you to be there with her. But because you feel like, okay, let me just go. You just go. Not because you like the movie, not because you care for it, but because she wants to, and she wants you
Yeah.
to accompany her. You sacrifice to do that, you know?
But
So,
you understand that, right? That these compromises will never. I don't know. In my own case, these compromises will never be permanent. They are temporary.
absolutely,
Yeah.
they change
Yeah.
because we're
Yeah.
humans, right?
They are temporary because it's not who you are. So
Mm-hmm.
down the line, you cannot keep compromising down the line, year in, year out. There will be a time where you will say no, and that day you say no, there may be conflict. You see,
Right.
yeah.
So
So these compromises will, yeah. Mhm.
Fab
Go on,
Solly
please.
has an interesting take here. She says introverts like to keep extroverts around, but they can't satisfy them socially. Speaking from experience as an introvert, it's better to be with your kind. Well, in some cases, yeah. In a lot of cases, opposite attract. You find
That's
introverts being
true.
attracted to
It is
extroverts.
it is
You know.
spot on. Like me, my happiest moment, I do drink socially.
Hmm.
My happiest moment is chilling at home. Like she'll be like, "Oh, okay, what are we doing next weekend? I want to chill." With me, my default answer is, "I want to chill at home. I want to chill at home." That's it.
Yeah.
We'll go out. Yeah, we'll go out, get drinks,
Hmm.
get drinks. We'll play our loud music at home. I don't like bars and clubs, and I can't stand.
Yeah.
it. You understand? So the day
Yeah.
that she wants to go out with her friends, okay, her girlfriends are going out with her boyfriends and all those things, and she wants me to join her, and I am not there. And the day I make a compromise, if I go 1 hour max.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I think your audio. In the meantime, while we get you back, Mirabel says if she likes going out and he doesn't want to, then they both need to be willing to respect each other's individualities so she can go with her friends and he can hang out at home. Absolutely. Oh, Obiajulu has a question. Oh, did she never ask for marriage? Oh, Egosa, you back, right?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
So Obiajulu has a question. Say, did she never ask for marriage, or did she not want marriage from the jump? Your ex now.
Ooh. We valued each other so much, but we
Mm-hmm.
didn't see marriage as so important to steal our relationship,
Mm.
because we did a lot of things like together. Like, yeah,
Right.
we even
Okay.
we even had life insurance for each other.
So did she ever talk
Hmm.
about
We
marriage
even took
though?
up life insurance. Yeah,
Did she ever talk about
we
marriage? Did you
we talked
guys?
about it. We talked about it so informally, so informally.
Okay. Did she
Yeah,
show interest? Like, did she say, "Oh, I want to get married. I want to have my own family someday"?
we discussed family, but not marriage.
But she never came out right
Mm.
to talk about marriage. She didn't ask
No,
you.
no,
She didn't.
we didn't fight about it. We didn't fight about marriage. Like, oh, okay, now we're having this conflict because I haven't proposed and all those things. Yeah, because we were
Yeah,
already
I
living
understand.
together as a couple. Yeah,
Right, I understand that, but my point is, I'm not talking about fighting or not. I'm just talking about, hey, do you want to get married? Did she ever say something like that? Not fighting, but
yeah.
asking for reasons.
Informally, we didn't have a sit down and have a very serious conversation about that. No.
Yeah, not serious. She could have been informally. She could have said, "Do you want to get married?" Informally, in an informal voice too. Like maybe you're
Y-
eating granuts, guguru and ekpa, and you say,
Yeah.
"Do you want to?"
We kept those things until after studies. Hmm. But
Right,
I
right. My
finished
point is,
first
did she
anyway.
ever broach it at all, of informally or formally? Did she broach the topic? Did she say, "Oh, what about marriage?"
Yeah, we talked about it. She brought it up. I brought it up
Okay,
as well at different times. Both of us did at different
okay,
times.
okay.
Yeah.
Did she bring it up first, or you brought it up first? Who brought it up first?
My mom
Oh, your
asked
mom was the
us
one.
first.
Okay,
Yes.
and then who asked after
My mom
in the
brought it up.
relationship?
Then now
Mm,
we had a casual conversation about it.
okay. And
Yes.
what was her response to it? How did she respond?
Um, after studies,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, Mirabel says introverts rarely attract introverts, which is true because one person has to be willing to reach out. You end up with someone different from you because you appreciate their differences. Mm. And Fab Stoli, I'm not sure which question this is for. For how long? What are you? For how long with what? If you can clarify so I can, pin the question. And then Mirabel says people are also not permanently introverts, which is true, or extroverts too. People also change with time. When they're together for a while, they end up becoming more alike. This is very true. I might find that they are ambiverts. Ambiverts. I beg, waiting that one mean. All
Everything
the
about me.
grammarians in the house. Help your sister out that went to night school. What does ambivert mean? Make I check too. You learn every day. Ambivert. For the people like me, is a person whose personality has a balance of extrovert and introvert features. Thank you very much. I have learned a new word today.
Okay, I was
Clement.
thinking we only have. Okay, I've learned that one too.
Mhm.
I thought we only had introvert and extrovert. I didn't know there was
Me too.
ambivert. Okay.
Exactly.
Mm,
No, see, it's good to
okay.
we don't dey know book. Oh. See now. When we
I've learned a new word today.
exactly, I go use them for sentence one day. When I talk to my friends, I will come sound like professor or more. Anyways, going on. Clementina says chilling at home is the best. I'm telling you, with Netflix or me music.
Me music.
Omo,
I
that's
get
where you
drunk at
find me.
home, make noise at home, and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. That's it. Mhm.
Yeah. However, going out occasionally with friends can also be very satisfying. Not home, home is best every time. That's true. That's if you're the type of person that likes to keep friends and hang out with
I like
friends. The people
I
who
like yeah.
don't,
I like house parties. I like house parties. Yeah.
yeah, house parties can be good
Yeah.
too.
We can meet at your place somewhere, like three, four of us. We chill, blah blah blah. Then
Yeah,
few hours later we disperse. Yeah. That's what I
yeah,
like,
that's also fun. Yeah,
basically.
I like that too.
Mhm.
That's intimate. I like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And making financial decisions with boyfriends. People are bold. Marriott, oh. Marriott,
See,
my
right?
American voice. Go
For
ahead.
me, I said a piece of paper, right? I said a piece of paper for a reason, yeah,
Okay.
because it's not just me. It's not just me. We have a lot of people out there who are already living like married couples. They do everything married people do, but just one thing is lacking. They haven't signed that piece of paper.
Right.
That's just the difference. A lot of people live like husband and wife, you understand, for many, 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 many years. For example, the famous Tina Turner. Tina Turner got married 30 years after 30 years of dating. They got
Right.
married 30 years. They got married
Yeah,
30
but you
years
know why
later.
though? There's a
You
story
see?
behind that too. The reason why Tina Turner got married 30 years after Ike Turner, the
Mhm.
abusive man she was married to, the guy wanted to be married. Okay. But at that time,
They
it was
wasn't
not
ready.
popular. No, it was not popular for a woman to, leave her husband and then marry. And the man was way younger than her. So it
Yeah.
wasn't
Mhm.
popular at that time. So she kept it down low for a long time. She wasn't
Yeah.
comfortable bringing it out, talking about it. It was only when she was much older and all of us were
Yeah.
aware 30 years
At
after. That's why, not because she didn't
He
want
got
it, but
married at
because of
he got
society and
married at
impression.
73. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
and then Obiadulu says that she suspects that she wanted marriage, which I also suspect, but she didn't want to come out right. She did. Most women do, Obiadulu. You know as we they do. We want time, but we go
Oh
secretly.
my.
They hope say the man go pop the question. Omo, forget that. He ask the guy, you not waste your time, Omo. Ask am. If you know they talk, oh. Closed mouths don't get fed. Otherwise, you'll be there 7 years later. He go tell you are incompatible. No baton. You can't take 7 years back. Oh my God.
But what about the guys too? So why is it that the time wastage is always on the part of the woman? What about the guy too?
And the guys too, the guy,
It's both ways now. It's
no,
both
no, it
ways.
depends. No, the guy, let me tell you why it's more common with the women. For the guys, say
Mhm.
that guy they propose. Now guy they come
Yes.
meet woman say, hey, I like you. They told now that's just the normal thing. I don't in my own head, I know that there's a lot of wokeness. People are say expectation. You don't have to wait no more. You can just walk up to the man. Lie, it doesn't fly with me. So basically the man na him dey propose, na the man na him go marry you. You no fit force man to marry you now, right? Some men, when they are dating some women,
Yeah.
some bad
Yeah.
women, they go they date the woman, they like the woman, they get good intentions, but the woman has other plans, and the woman is not coming correct. She's not being honest, right?
Yes,
Sometimes the men
absolutely.
know,
Yes. Mhm.
sometimes the men go know, they go ignore am for a little while. Men will patiently wait, they look you, they wait for you. It gets to a point where they'll say, okay, this woman is playing me, let me move on. Or sometimes
Yes.
the women go outsmart them, go they date person codedly, eh? Then now shock the man and say, no, I'm not interested in you. After maybe how
Yeah.
many years? We've had cases where some men train women for school or they helped her one way or the other after so many years in the promise of marriage,
Mhm.
and the woman turned around and walked
Uh-huh.
away.
And jail to the guy, exactly.
Exactly. We've had instances. I mean,
A
it's on
lot.
both sides,
A
but
lot.
it's more with the women too. It happens. It's on both. It happens to men, but we have to admit now. Now, man, I they propose, not
Hmm.
be woman. Cause you can't force a man to marry you. I can't
Yeah.
just walk up the street now and say, yeah, hey, whistle, hey, you, I want to
Yeah.
marry you. They go to say something. They worry me.
Exactly. That's true.
So. And then Clementina says they become symbiotically connected and start mimicking each other, which is true. I'm ambivert too. I'm an ambivert. See what do? Hey, where you go school, yeah, day your head. Let me praise
You
myself.
can switch. You can switch.
I
Switch.
can switch your introvert,
Mhm.
extrovert. I did inside.
Yeah.
Common law, really. And then she's a star and wanting to know if the man is real. Tina Turner was clever. Yeah, she was. I mean, for her time. And then Miriam says, we know, but those are people who agreed to do that. This whole chat lit up because this was probably a situation of accidental common law. Many women find themselves in trying not to rock, which is true. Some women actually accidentally, in recent times, fall into this common law relationship because they've been in this relationship for a very long time and they fear of, oh my god, if I leave, where am I going to start from? Who will I meet? Now energy, putting another energy into another relationship, grooming. I actually met a lady in an office I worked in a while years back. This woman was in her 60s, almost going to her 70s at the time. This woman was dating. Had a boyfriend for 40 years. Now the year
Okay.
story. For
Mm-hmm.
40 years, she was dating this guy. They were living somewhere. They had a neighbor, and they used to all commute to work. Okay. Meanwhile, boyfriend and neighbor were shagging each other behind for a long time. She did not
Wow.
know. One day, the guy just told her, I no do again, packed his load, moved away with the woman, they got married, and that was it. This woman was in her 60s going into her 70s at the time. So imagine she spent 40 years of her life with this man. She started dating him when she was in her 20s. You see the danger? So some women find themselves caught up, no children, no. This one that they talk, oh, no children, nothing. I trust my African sisters. If I don't born like 7 children for that man,
Yeah. Exactly.
if I
Mm-hmm.
not go nowhere again, eh? No children, 20, 40 good years of a person's life. I mean, come on. Women, hold your sides. Don't be bamboozled. The trick some of these men use is to weaken you so that they can get what they want. Refuse to be weakened. Drink ogi without sugar. Don't put honey inside.
But not every man have not every man have a bad intention, you know.
No,
Not
not
every
every
man has a
man.
bad intention. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some
Absolutely. That's
relationships
why
some relationships don't just work out.
this is true. We
Yeah.
agree with that. But if
Mhm.
everybody had standards, you will agree with me that some of these things will be reduced. But we're living in a world now where a lot of people have thrown away all the standards because everybody's like, I can love who I love. I'm free to move however way I want to move. I'm free to do whatever I want to do. No standards. It's just the truth. So
Mhm.
people can get whatever they want, however way they want it. But if you have standards and you're wanting to keep those standards, they see you as the oddball. You're like, they'll be saying, who you to say you be? Women boku now. They're boku boy. Women yato. There are women and there are women. Which one do you want? You understand? So yeah,
Yeah.
we agree that not every man, I personally know that not every man is. I have met great people, men especially. So I can't even throw all men in that basket at all. But at the same time, because of the way the world is now, you have all these red pill people, all these people in the corner telling women they are less than. You have people like Kevin Samuels rating women 4, 2, 3. You are at best a 3 or 2, or those
Oh my.
kind. Self-esteem is on the ground for a lot of women. So if they see any man talking to them, it's like golden. I mean, we're hearing cases of women they go they go on a date and they disappear literally. That's problematic, because you shouldn't be meeting someone and the next thing you're trying to connect with the person when you never meet for your life before. You don't know, you go enter plane fly. Matter of fact, there was a lady who met someone, one billionaire, they say, in Ghana. The girl flew from America to Ghana. We know here they not see the girl again.
Yeah,
They
I heard
don't
that
know it.
story. Mhm.
They don't know it till tomorrow. They never know it happen to her. And because now billionaire, so-called billionaires, they try to cover up the story. So so many things people low esteem, self-esteem, they ground, So it takes a lot of building for people to understand and believe in themselves and say, you know what, let me hold my tough, let me stand on my beliefs and hold on to what I believe in and not let go. Because the moment you let go, the bottom, you go just bottom, you just dey go deeper and deeper and deeper. Where do you draw the line? You know? Obiajulu, close mouth na close destiny. Oh. Asking the guy na desperate. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean, Clementina. The guy is the one to pop the question. Absolutely. You are sleeping with a man but afraid to ask for what you want. Basically giving yourself away for nothing. Here, attire or Marriott. The man don't see everything finish. What's there again? Just ask him. If he all die now there. Ask him. Okay, oh, bros. I love you. Be playing with the hair, however way you want to do it. Ask your question. Lobaton. No, my sisters will dey there. They save
Yeah,
face.
I want to say something, right? Maybe it's a topic for another day, right? There are
Mm-hmm.
men also with ulterior motive. If they have ulterior motive against a woman, they don't mind to give you everything you want, and that thing you want is marriage. They'll get married to you, have even 10 children with you, and they'll still leave you at the end of the day if they get what they want from you. So marriage is no
Absolutely.
for me, marriage is even no guarantee. Marriage
Absolutely. I
is
agree.
marriage is no guarantee because especially abroad now. Oh my, yeah, you know now. You know, Niger
Mm-hmm.
guys, they will get married to that woman. They'll get married
Absolutely.
to you, give you what you want, have children with you, and they'll still leave you at the end of the day if they get what they want.
Absolutely. 100%
Yeah.
agree. But this is why I said you should hold on to your values. You see waiting go handle most of those things, right? And I'm not saying hold on to your values in the most rigid way. No, that's not what I'm talking about. When you know yourself and you know what you want, you know when a man is coming and he has a hidden agenda, you go sniff her out. It's just a fact. If there'll be men that will come and say, yeah, I love you, they'll play the game. I love you. Oh, you are sweeter than honey. You before I pass my mama, now who be my mama? Wait till be her name. They will do all those things for you because they're trying to gain something. Once they get it, they're out. I can tell you for free, if I'm talking to a man, I'm not only listening to what you are saying, oh, brother. There's so many things I'm looking at. Your body language, your response, everything is talking at the same time. Have you ever heard your spirit introduces you before you step into a room? It's a
Mhm.
fact. Your energy will tell on you. You are coming and you have you want to lie to a person, right? You've already formed that lie. You're coming, but your body is speaking the truth. Your mouth is lying. Which one do we believe?
Yeah.
You understand? So when you have values, when you don't get value systems, say, okay, I know they move, I know they sleep for any man house, I know they go cohabit with no man. Eh? hold on to whatever values that you want to hold on to, that you don't, you know that, okay, this is my card here that I don't want anybody else to know until that person comes correct. You go hard for person when won't lie to you to penetrate. You not fit use marriage cash person like me. How you want it to do am? Which marriage? I go ask you,
Exactly.
wait be. You must give
Yeah.
me, I must show, it must show in your action. You must answer why you want marriage. Wetin marriage mean to you? I go ask you. So you know wetin marriage be? Wetin e mean? Wetin e represent? Because not everybody when they talk say I want marry, you know wetin marriage they about to. Some
And if
people
the
just
love
need
is fake, and if the love is fake, you can easily tell because they easily love bomb. They love bomb somebody
thank
quite a lot.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly. False, they're going to use sweet, sweet words all the time. You are the best thing since
Yeah.
ice cream all the time. You are
Of
always
course.
candy to them. Oh, that one a problem now.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah.
already problem, right?
Nobody
Exactly.
is
So this
nobody is that too nice. For me, if somebody is too nice, that's a red flag.
exactly. When you're
Yeah.
too nice, there's some people who are nice. I mean, let's not let's give the flowers
But
to
when it's
people that
too
are
much,
genuinely nice.
when the niceness
When
is just
it's too
you know
much.
you, you know that kind of niceness now. You know that kind when somebody is
Yeah,
too red flag. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, do you understand? Exactly. There are
Yeah.
people who are like that. So now make if you get value, like now, from I know some men they get certain values when they hold on to. I don't know like my brother, I have two brothers that are married, right? The woman when they marry, they knew exactly what they wanted and they were not ready to bulk for anything less. I kid you not. The moment they met the people they were going to get married to, they not waste time. They speak too much English. Okay. One of them met their wives when they were in a medical school. They were both medical students. They were friends. Parents now got to know each other through them. Their parents, her parents became my parents' friends, right? Then the relationship it now even became like a brother and sister relationship. Sometimes my brother is not able to come home. He will send a message through her to my parents. We're not like, in fact, if you ask me now, say how many sisters you get, I dey count her join. That was how she was to us. The other
Wow.
one met the person before he met the person. There were a lot of girls that were coming along, right? That wanted to be with him. My brother has very strict values, man. When you say man, as in his values are, he's not rigid, but he has certain values that he holds dear to. When he met the person he wanted to get married to, Omo, like play. He knew exactly what he wanted. So when you know what you want, you're not going to fall for any of the bullshit. Sorry. You go know, you go smell the BS from afar because you already know. A man and woman, when you see a man with value, when they grounded there, you go even sometimes they intimidating. You will find them, people find them intimidating. Who be that? Who did we lose? Oh, Obiajulu, can you hear me?
Hello,
Uh-oh.
I'm here.
Ehusa, we lost you. Oh. Come back,
I can hear
oh.
you.
You have Obiajulu, you
I
dey
can
hear
hear you.
gist. Na correct gist be this, oh.
I dey hear, yeah. I
Mm.
dey hear. But sometimes,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
Mm.
it's different. My own, my own things are always very different. Sometimes, right? I always feel, yeah, it's true. But sometimes when you go too soon, maybe I don't know when too soon is too soon. You understand? You know the thing we're talking about right now, that when a man knows, he knows, and he just goes for it. I
Mm-hmm.
used to be married, right? And I got married. Okay, I got married very early. I got married when I was my 20s, right? Very early,
Okay.
my early 20s. That's when I got married. And
Mm-hmm.
when I got married, the age difference between us was like 21 years difference between us.
Oh my God.
And yeah, and um, at the time when we met, he was more like, yeah, no, this is what I want, and blah blah blah, and that was it. And I was like, okay, for me, the age wasn't anything to me, because number one, he doesn't even look it. Number one, number two, now, our brother. When abroad, I mean, is like it's American, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't see, and when you see him, you won't even know, except if he tells you his age. He does not look anything close to that age. You understand? And so I
Mm.
was in my early 20s, was in his 40s at the time, but you would not even know. So, but we dated for a while, about 6 months or so, and then that was it. I was like, no, this is what I want. So I'm thinking, when early is early, like, like how early is early, or how late, or how early is not too early for a man to say, okay, this is what I want. But because the marriage lasted for 6, 7 years, and that was it. It went our ways.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, sorry about that, but at the end of the day, right? These things, you only hope for the best, right? But
Yeah.
when anything contrary than the best happens, guess what? You say, oh well, I did the best I could. That's what you want, regardless of what situation you find yourself in. There are people who
Yeah.
were married
Yeah.
for 20 years. In that 20 years, they only enjoy the marriage the first year of their marriage. The remaining 19 are sufferation. You know that. Na
Yeah. Yeah.
sufferation. So sometimes there's no yardstick for measuring these things. That's just the truth. You can only hope the best from any situation you find yourself. Even when you marry, you can only hope for the best, because you don't know what the person can turn around and do the next day. You don't know. So you take one
Yeah.
day at a time. And as long as you're giving it your best and you're doing what you can in on your own path, right? Then guess what? It doesn't matter whatever happens, then hey, you gave it your best and you move on.
Yeah, because if you ask me, he's a great person. Do you understand? He's not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He has his own. So do I. Do you understand? I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
saint myself, and I think I was just too. When looking back, right now, we've gone our own ways. It's over 10, 12 years now. We've moved on with our lives. So, but looking back, and I was thinking to myself, saying, no, that's way too young, way too young for me at the
Oh,
time,
you're
because
talking about
I
your
remember.
age. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
not just the age,
Yeah.
but even in terms of maturity. But at the time I was looking
Maturity.
at him, yeah, and at the time I was
Mm.
looking at him, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, he's well mature for both of us, so it's it's okay. That was the way I was thinking in my head. There's
Yeah.
no way I would be
Yeah.
dealing with all these small boys. No, yeah, so he's okay. But no,
Yeah.
that was the way I was thinking then. But then looking back, I'm going, okay, I have my own fault. I'm not saying I'm not a saint anyway, but like I have my
Mm-hmm.
own fault. But it's not. That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, when it's too soon, for a man to say, okay, I know what I want and I go for it, and then a few years later down the line, it's no longer what he wants.
Yeah, because you know what? It depends. The man knows what he
Yeah,
wants, but it also depends on where he's looking for that thing that he wants. Some
yeah,
men, right?
yeah.
In the case of your husband, right? He was much older than you. Some men are looking for a younger person, but they cannot
Hmm.
handle what comes with being with a younger person, which is sometimes the immaturity. That's just a fact,
Yeah,
because in your 20s, you're still figuring out. You don't even know who you are in your 20s. You're still trying to figure out who you are. You don't even know so much about life. You're naive on so many levels. It takes a lot of, it takes a man with a lot of patience to be able to deal with a woman in her 20s. And let me just say, there are some ladies in their 20s that are very wise too, that
yeah,
are very mature.
yeah, yeah,
Exception, with the exception of those, generally, a young girl in her 20s is very immature, doesn't know what she wants, doesn't even have an idea. She's still forming an idea of who she is. She has not completely figured it out. Okay, that's why you find that when people marry at the age of 20, I know somebody back home. Her husband married her. The gap between herself and her husband is like, I want to say 20 something years. Guess what? The girl
Okay.
married when in her early 20s. I think he married her in when she was 23 or so. This girl loved to party, loved all the good things of life. Guess what the man did? The man will be the one to drive her to the clubs. He will buy her the drink. He will sit down in a chair somewhere and just watch her enjoy herself. When it's time, he'll take her home. When she wants to go for parties, she was that kind of person. The man then go carry and go the
Mm,
party, designated driver.
good. Yeah.
When the woman wanted to travel and all of
Good.
that, that's what she wanted to do. This man did everything. So it takes a certain type of man who's older than a woman to have enough patience to understand that, oh, this woman, now this age I take marriage, so I have to be open handed with her. I cannot
Mm,
choke her. Do you understand? Today they have one of the most beautiful marriages that I know. But she married the man when she was 23. She said, "Oh my, yeah, I was wild in my 20s. Like I wanted to jump from the airplane. But this man was there. He let me do it. No, seriously. But
yeah.
how many men out
Yeah.
there can do that? And
Yeah.
this man is a
No.
Nigerian man. So it's not like an outsider she married. So it just depends on the type of man that you meet. And for them to understand that I'm marrying this woman at this age, I understand what comes with it. So I am willing and I'm open handed to let this person fly as much as they want. Today, this woman appreciate you can't see she can see no wrong with the man. No. She
Mm,
literally almost like worships the ground where the man steps on, because she started when she as she grew older, she started
yeah.
appreciating him for allowing her make the mistakes, do all the rubbish that young girls do in their 20s. But how many men are willing to do that? That's a man right there. And also, I have to give her kudos for not abusing, the opportunity that was
That's
given to her, because
opportunity. Yeah.
she could have, turned into something else, but she didn't.
That's true.
So
That's true.
it just depends on the type of person. There's no yardstick, but generally, I would not encourage personally for me. If I were to have a daughter in her 20s, marriage will not be the thing I'll be telling her to do. I'll be telling her to enjoy
No.
herself, enjoy,
Exactly.
find out what you
No.
want to do, figure out what it is that you enjoy doing, and just keep doing that thing. That's what I'll tell her,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm.
because women are 20 or more, they don't know what they want to. More just talk true. They don't
No.
know. They
And
don't
at the
even know
time, no.
themselves.
No, you don't even know. Looking back now, I laugh sometimes. It's so funny because then I was 22 then, and I was like, "What the heck were you even thinking?"
Yeah, you
And by the
bold
time I
though.
was getting, by
You
the time I was
bold.
good, yeah. By the time I was 20, yeah, by the time I was 23, I was already a mother, and I was going. I had no clue what I was doing.
Wow.
Honestly, I had no clue what I
Right.
was doing. So,
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
ah,
But in all things, you have to be grateful because
oh yes, yes,
yeah,
oh yes.
those
No, I
moments in
am.
your life,
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
can look back now and
yeah.
laugh at yourself. That's
I
the
laugh.
beauty of
Yeah.
this whole thing. Exactly. And you now have a real life experience to share with your mate. Say you have
Mm-hmm.
a daughter, you can tell her, if I were to do it again, this is what I will do.
This
I wouldn't want to.
exactly. Yeah.
You can now help her even better channel the waters of life. So that's what I think there. But in when it comes to relationships, marriages, I don't think there are any hard and fast rules. It just depends on what works for the parties involved. If whatever it is that works for you, just do it. Don't look at the other person,
Mm,
because you don't know. The other person is looking at you. You are looking at the person. Who now knows? Nobody knows. You have to be determined to both work together to make it work, so that your own yard will be decent, will be place of peace, will be a place of communion, will be a place of friendship, will be a place where you can talk about your issues without judgment. Make that your place, so that when people looking in, they'll say, these people are enjoying, but they will also recognize that the work was put in.
put in. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
me, I'm me,
Yeah.
I'm going to be ending the show now. I don't do pass. Efosa keep us here another hour and a half. Efosa, wherever you are, you did not call back in, but I want to say this. I really appreciate you taking the time to call in and explain yourself, that was a man right there. I appreciate that. You owned it with your chest. You
Yeah.
explained your side. We have forgiven you. You have unbroken our hearts. Those of us that had our hearts were broken. You have
Oh,
unbroken our hearts, and we appreciate you for it. Thank you very much, Efosa. I'm really grateful to you. And to my lovely Obiajulu, oh my goodness, Obiajulu, thank you
mm,
for showing up, oh, because I can't
mm.
wonder. Remember you asked me and I said, that I saw her. It
Yeah.
apparently was another Obiajulu, oh, it wasn't her.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's another Obiajulu, oh, hey. So
Okay.
I had said so, so Obiajulu, thank you for co-hosting from the beginning before everybody showed up. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your take on the subject. And OJ Moa, if you're catching this on the replay, this topic was centered around the video you shared with me. So I let me know what your thoughts are. Marriott, I love you dearly. Thank you very much. Mirabel, my darling and my professor. Mm? Thank you for coming through with the knowledge. Celine, my
Yeah.
bourgeois. Thank you,
Oh,
thank you, thank you, thank
Celine.
you.
It's been a
Celine,
while.
I know you don't
Yeah, it's
take.
been a
Yeah, she
while.
even said it. Oh, she said something here. She said, yes, high value men are intimidating. A real man is intimidating, whatever it is called, high value, whatever. A real man is intimidating. A man that has values and principles, knows what he wants, is intimidating. That's just a fact. So if you don't know what a real man feels like, my dear, you are missing out too, because a real man is intimidating. Doesn't have to be making all the money, but he just arrange, get principles. You know what
Mm-hmm.
he want. Now hard worker, he dey focused. You know they fall for anything. You know they receive skirt, they shake like rubber doll. Mm-mm. You know, focus, family oriented people. So um Clementina, my next show, I don't know, I never know yet too. Maybe Tuesday I will schedule one. If and anybody has a topic that they want us to discuss, because send to my email, my Gmail address. If you want to know, my Gmail is on my about in my channel. I want to say thank you all. Fab Stolly, thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. Obiajuluki, enjoy the rest of
Yeah.
your day, and I go
You too.
jam
You
una
too.
again. Love you
You too.
all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Absolutely. Bye. Bye, everyone. If you're catching this on replay, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let's get to 2K, 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 2K. All right, guys. Love you all. Bye.